Start live. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten beloved Son, the Holy Messiah, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the conquering King of all kings.
Conquering King.
Glorious war.
Glorious war.
Yahoo!
Y'all see the title, $12,000 Christmas cash payout.
It's good money.
I know the title got y'all like,
what? Tall Big Mama.
You can feel the bottom of the trees up with that money, couldn't you?
You know,
Everybody getting gifts.
Yeah, I know a lot of y'all ran out of money. You come get your $12,000 improved Christmas in the Bible.
Because of Christmas, you're gonna be out of money till the taxes come.
Yeah, all praises, man. So y'all see the title. All praise, glory now to the Most High. Once again, we want to thank him for allowing us to get together and bring forth his word and edify his people. It's almost 2019. The Negro should in no way, shape, form, or fashion be celebrating Christmas, man. You dig? I know that comes as a shock for anybody that's a first time listener or whatever, but the truth is Christmas has nothing to do with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, nothing to do with the Bible. You can't find the Messiah doing it, his disciples, nobody.
And just a little research, you even start to ask yourself, how did they even get that off of me in the first place?
Yeah.
Just a little research, just beginner's research.
Of course. All you brothers can shoot something, man.
There was never no observance of Christmas for 1865. What was 1865?
That sounds like slavery ended. Well, so-called quote-unquote slavery ended. What it sound like to me?
Yo, masters, or you never observed. Christmas didn't come into observance after 1900.
Wow. Ain't that something? Something you about to break your neck over. You dig?
And the high level depression and everything right now in the whole world, but in this community, because you let a thought that was not pure to our people invade. It's called cancer.
Hallelujah.
Cancer kills. Christmas is cancerous.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with us, no way, shape, form, or fashion.
Even if you listen, 52 nations of Africa, choose one. There is no Christmas in none of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't care if you think you Hebrew or not. There is no Christmas in none of our culture. None of it.
Period. Dot. Even if for you so-called conscious Negroes that rock a Kemet flag,
yeah.
Like the conscious community ain't nowhere near conscious. They still sleep. Anybody else y'all want to chime in or something, man? Say a little something, man. You dig?
All praise to the Most High, his only begotten Son.
Hallelujah.
Christ is the conquering King.
Christ is the conquering King.
God keep his commandments.
That's right.
No.
Right.
And his commandments not Christmas.
That's right.
Commandments, that's love. Commandments.
That's right. We're going to get into this, man. A lot of this is going to be a freestyle. I know y'all used to screen sharing. We're going to screen share a few articles, but for the most part, this is going to be off the top of the dome, and we're just going to go through some of these scriptures, you dig, and deal with these traditions, these man-made traditions, and how they're not commandments of the Almighty, you dig? All right. So how y'all doing? Let me shout some of y'all out real quick. Let me shout some of y'all out that's on the board. My New Jersey sister, Michelle Lee. Shalom, Hebrew. Mina J. What's going on, my sister? Shalom. Set apart daughters of Yah. Shalom, Mishpaka. Paris Lockhart. Shalom. Yah. Shalom, shalom, the arm of Yah. Shalom. Clarence Wiley. I was like, no, they ain't switch up on me, did they? You seen the title. You thought we done switched up, huh? Now, this is a $12,000 Christmas cash payout. Shalom.
Shalom, family. All praise to the Most High, his only begotten Son.
That's right.
Don't you celebrate that Christmas. It's bullshit.
That's right. That's right. It's utter madness. Yeah, shalom. Y'all be safe, man. What's up, y'all in for the night? What y'all got going on?
I'm gonna pull up the
You gotta come back out.
Provisions and then church base.
I'm gonna drive, bro. I'm gonna drive.
All right. Well, y'all be safe.
I'm coming back though.
Okay.
We'll try to schedule drawing, Yahoo.
I know how we do. All right, if not, just tune on in. You feel me? You tune in. We gonna get it done.
Bring it, bro.
Man, that's all we do.
Bring these people to shoot.
Man, that's what we do, man. That's what we do. So all praise, glory, and honor. I'm your brother Malachi Maccabee, honor humility, STL. Hobo Hebrew, honor brotherly oppression, you dig? Fourth tribe, static addict, all of the above.
Sons of light.
Sons of Light.
Melchizedec.
Yeah, Melchizedec order. Y'all know
Melchizedec University.
It is good. Tuvaya, Shalom, all praises. Abiya Israel, 12 tribes, athlete, Shalom, Most High be with us all.
Shout out to the whole family.
D Morton, everybody, man, everybody. I hope a lot of y'all everybody standing strong. Then Tina D, Shalom, my sister.
Share this with your people that don't know.
Yeah.
Share this with your people that you know got the Christmas trees.
Yeah, I hear like
with the people that you know about the presents. You know what I mean? Because we psyching ourselves out. We telling ourselves we love our children, and you know what I'm saying. We love ourselves and all that, but for some strange reason, it's things like this, lies like this, that we can't let go of. That we rather feed our people. You know what I mean? Just to save face, just to fit in, just to be accepted, than to give them the truth. You know what I mean? Because it's frowned upon, man, and that's something wrong with our mental. We really need to think and look into that. You know what I'm
exactly.
Straight up.
Stand strong. Let's do 1 Peter 4 first. 1 Peter 4, 1-4. We got to stand strong right here. We're going to shoot. We're just going to shoot off the top of the dome, man. Basic scriptures to debunk any pagan day. And then we're going to read about the Christmas trees and just the origins of it with a few articles we got pulled up. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to get it done. The first script we're going to go to, let me share this on, I got to share this on Facebook real quick. 1 Peter 4, 1-4. Let me share this on Facebook. And then share it on the WhatsApp, sir. And then you feel me? Press play. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit share, y'all hit like. Let's get it done, man. Let's get it done.
Oh, it's more than just telling you that Christmas is wrong. It's deeper than that. You need to know what's right. You know what I mean? We just doing something, you know what I mean, with an emotional connection to it. We're supposed to be doing things that have a cultural connection to it, something that is substantial to us. Yeah. This don't got nothing to do with us, what they got us doing now, y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with us, man.
Yeah, and look, most of your enemy done studies you, so they know that we're the #1 consumer. Yeah, the #1 consumer, should I say, 1.3 trillion get spent every year, passed through our hands. You feel me? And 50% of the gross national product, GNP, all right, is made from the day after Thanksgiving, which is Black Friday, to this night, New Year's Eve. 50% of what they make all year is made within a 30-day stretch. So you know it's all about the money. You can't play around like it ain't. It's all about the money and everything else. You feel me? And it's almost 2019, man. When we gonna level up and wise up and understand that this has nothing to do with the Most High.
Nothing to do with the Most High.
Your feelings may be hurt a little taste, but so be it. You understand? To bake a cake, you got to crack some eggs, man. You feel me? So we want to make sure our brothers and sisters are actually standing strong in this hour. That's what we come on for. You know what I'm saying? To give y'all courage to stay strong. A lot of us been doing this at least a decade.
That's right.
You feel me? So, you know, with me, this is like 13 Christmases I ain't kept.
Yeah, it's about 10 for me.
Yeah, you feel me? So, I mean, with us, it's like it runs on automatic now. You understand? But for those that's new, those that's really influenced by what their parents or their cousins think about them, then this may be kind of hard for you. So we just here to give comfort to our people, man. You understand? And let you know, be bold in this hour. Bang to keep the light on. Yeah. You understand? Bang to keep the light on. That's what the Feast of Dedication is about.
Like our ancestors were.
Mm-hmm.
Like our ancestors were. 1 Peter.
Yeah, so first scripture we're going to go to y'all is 1 Peter 4. 1 Peter 4, 1-4. 1 Peter 4, 1-4. All right. And again, this is $12,000 Christmas cash payout. If you can prove Christmas is in the Bible, given by the God of the Bible, then guess what? You get $12,000 a piece from us. That's what we're saying. You feel me? And look, this is a good tactic to use with your own people as well. You ain't even got to yell or roar and you like, hey, look, y'all know they're offering $12,000 for anybody who can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible. Y'all know this, right?
Since that's what we all attaching to, and that's what you go to church, you know, you attach everything that's got to do with your spirituality to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you say that this is about God's son's birthday and all that, man. But none of that is substantiated and backed by the scripture, by the very God that you're talking about.
Exactly. And then if y'all think about this, if it's his birthday, what the hell you getting gifts for? It's his birthday. What are you getting gifts for? And if you want to say, well, you know, the Messiah was given to us as a gift. Now, how do you even compare Tonka trucks and laptops and tablets and slippers and Satan claws to the Messiah. How?
There's no comparison.
It don't even make sense, man. You feel me? So I hope we pray y'all find comfort. Share this with your pastors, your grandmamas, your naysaying aunts and uncles, your cousins. That girl, he a black Jew. Share this with everybody. You feel me? And let them know we offering 12 racks. 12 racks on the line per person. If you can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible. And I'm gonna show you how real this get. Because if you ask me, and if the same wager was out there for me to prove Passover is in the Bible, look, man, we all coming to collect. What you mean?
Yeah, I need that.
I'm coming to collect before the cock crow. Me and my bros will be there. Everybody, all our wives, all our children, everybody getting paid.
See, we can prove what we believe in and what we profess.
Yeah.
Can you?
All out the Bible. All right, so first we're gonna go to 1 Peter 4. All right.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1 with the Lord's permission.
1 through 4.
For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Y'all heard that? So as we already know the Messiah suffered. Arm yourself with the same mind. You feel me? When you going through, when you standing up for truth, when you letting your light shine and people start mocking you and talking crazy, the scriptures say Christ suffered, man. The Messiah suffered. Arm yourselves with the same mind. Be prepared to suffer for the truth. And know everybody's not going to like you. You ain't going to get no standing ovation when you walk in the room. You're going to be hated. You're going to be talked about and all that. But find comfort in this. All right, what else to say?
For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
See, when you suffer in the flesh, when you start being afflicted, you understand? You cease from law breaking, right? Just like gold got to pass through the fire. Just like a sword is forged under extreme pressure and all that. You must do the same thing to bring out your full spiritual potential. All right, what else to say?
That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men.
Right. So once you're born again, meaning your mind has been transformed, you live the rest of your life conformed to doing what your creator is saying and not what man is saying. You see? Read that verse again and say what?
That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men.
To the lust of men, doing what men do. Christmas is one of them things. It's the lust of man. It's a tradition of men. Right? Go ahead.
But to the will of God.
What's the will of God? Hold that. Give me Ecclesiastes 12, 13, and 14. What's the will of God? What's the will of God? If you born again and you claim you follow the Messiah, then you're supposed to live the rest of your life following what the Most High is saying, not what man is saying. If you claim you born again and you've been filled with the Holy Spirit like a lot of our people claim, then guess what? Your life is not supposed to be based off the lust of men, but the will of the Most High. What's the will of the Most High? Bible speaking. Ecclesiastes.
That's major.
Yeah, go ahead. Ecclesiastes 12, 13, and 14. Ecclesiastes 12, 13, and 14. $12,000 cash, Christmas cash payout. If you can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible.
Ecclesiastes 12. Verse 13.
Yeah.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Come on.
Fear God.
Fear who?
Fear God.
And have a deep reverence for the Most High God, man. Like he always looking at you, right? Go ahead.
And keep his commandments.
Keep means to guard. Guard his commands. Fear the Most High and guard his commands. You do that right here. Christmas is not a command of the Almighty. News flash. Right? Go ahead.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's your whole duty. You were created to serve your creator. And in that he reveals so many blessings and so much revelation he revealed to you. Feel me? This is not a boring thing. This is not a square thing. We're not L7s. You did, but we fear the Most High and we keep or we go at his charge. All right? That's your duty. That's your purpose in life. All right, go ahead.
For God shall bring every work into judgment.
Come on.
With every secret thing.
Now, just something.
Every secret thing.
Come on.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Whatever you do is coming into judgment. Well, let's get back to 1 Peter 4. 1 Peter 4, I believe you was in verse 2. You understand? Everything is coming into judgment. We're supposed to live our life according to the will of the Most High, and that's to fear him and keep his charge.
That's right.
That's what this is about. You understand? Christmas is not his charge. Christmas was never even commanded. Wait till we get to some of these screen shares and these articles. You're going to see like, wow. Wow, I've been hoodwinked this whole time. You understand? And we ain't telling you, look, man, you can buy your baby stuff all year. Like you should do. They need stuff all year. What you waiting till around this time for? Anyway. Huh? Oh, you're not in the Christmas spirit. The Christmas spirit is not the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, or the set-apart spirit.
No, the Christmas spirit is not the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
Suck that in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's demonic. Nobody want to hear it, but it's the truth. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 3.
Poppy!
For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
That's what you did before you was awakened out of your spiritual slumber. You worked or wrought the will of Gentiles. And most of our people in these churches believe they're Gentiles. Don't they call themselves Gentiles today? Well, if you've been born again, you leave the Gentile mindset in the past. That man dead.
Everything you do, the job you work, how many hours you work, every degree that you go and strive for, it's all to the will of the Gentiles, trying to wrought the will of Gentiles, trying to be accepted by them. Everything we doing is for their acceptance.
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. You feel me? Want to be accepted by your oppressors. What else to say?
For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Yeah.
When we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and
banquetings. Because Gentiles have feasts too. Gentiles have gods too. And a lot of it got to do with reveling, drunkenness, abominable idolatries.
Lots of big parties.
I know you don't celebrate, baby, but come on over. I got you a good pot of clean meat over there, man. It's all, you ain't supposed to deal with none of it. Right? That food was prepped in the spirit of Christmas. That's spiritual fornication. When you're done talking, we're going to read it. We're going to read it. It's pure idolatry. All right? Come on now.
And abominable idolatries, wherein they think it's strange.
What?
They think it's strange.
The people going to think something done happened to you. You feel me? They're going to think it's strange. Right? She ain't acting like herself. She into that Bible now. They think it's strange, right? Go ahead.
Wherein they think it's strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
Y'all hear that? They're going to speak evil of you because you don't run with them to the same excess of rioting. When you getting down with Gentile feasts, when you becoming a pagan, when you doing feasts that are not in the Bible, guess what you're doing? You're rioting. That's riotous behavior. That's mob activity in the spirit. And that even gets you locked up in the physical right now. All right, give me 1 Corinthians 10. 1 Corinthians 10, 17 to 22.
Religious extremism.
Yeah, religious extremism. I like that one, boy. I like that. All praises.
7.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 10, 17. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 10, 17 through 22. You feel me? You're not supposed to be going. If you show up around your people around this time, your whole job is to bring the light out. If you're not supposed to be over there hollyhocking, drinking eggnog, eating, and claiming that you're not celebrating.
Right.
If you partaking, you're celebrating. You're celebrating.
And you ain't gonna win those souls over there kicking doors, breaking glass, screaming, knocking plates out of people's hands. Yeah. It's a way to do it too.
Yeah, your job, like if you're strong enough to go around, then people gonna ask you, like, dang, why you ain't eating? Thought you never asked. Well, look, man, let's go over some scripture. This is why I'm not eating, man, because look, this ain't the Bible. You know, why it's tactics or it's strategy to your warfare. You ain't got to come in looking like you homeless or nothing. You just, you know what I'm saying, white around the lips and ain't been taking care of yourself. You all good.
That's right. If
you do show up, you got to bring the light out. I'm not here to eat. I'm not here to drink. I'm not here for the festivities or none of that. I know one of y'all got a question. Come holler at me. But a lot of us ain't strong enough for that. So stay away. You dig? If you ain't strong enough to be over there and sit in the middle of that, you feel me, and wait for somebody to ask you some questions about what it is, if you're not strong enough not to partake, you don't need to be around it. You don't need to be around to eat your own food at the crib, man. Prep you some at the crib. All right? And this is why. 1 Corinthians 10, 17 through 22. What it say, y'all?
For we, being many, are one bread and one body. For we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel, after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifices partakers of the altar?
Are not they that eat of the sacrifices? Are they not partakers of the altar? Feel me? That's going into the priest. Feel me? What was sacrificed on the altar of burnt offering, the priest had portions of that too. So, you understand? So if you were part of the festivities and the feasting, you're part of the sacrifice. You see? The priest couldn't say, well, I don't sacrifice. Oh, you do sacrifice. You understand? In some way, shape, form, or fashion, you understand? This flesh of this animal was put on this altar, and then you and your family benefited off of it. See? So it's the same thing. If you're showing up to eat, guess what you're doing? You're partaking with them. Read that verse again. That's powerful. Read that verse again, my brother.
For we be many, or excuse me, verse 1 Corinthians 10, verse 17. For we being many are one bread and one body. For we are all partakers of that one bread.
See, and that's dealing with the Messiah in the spirit. Like we partakers of him, of his body. That's why we keep the feast in the Bible. You see? Go ahead,
Behold, Israel after the flesh.
Come on.
Are not they which eat of the sacrifices?
Are not they which eat of the sacrifices? Believe it or not, showing up for Christmas dinner to eat. Are not they which eat of the sacrifices what?
Partakers of the altar.
Yes, you're a partaker of the altar. That's the truth. So if you eating, you're partaking. Ain't no such thing as, well, I don't eat pork, but they made me some lawful meat over there, but it's for Christmas.
Going over there and you don't get slick and think you're not picking up a plate. You're just going over there to pick up your gifts. That's the same thing. You eat another altar.
Yeah,
same thing.
You partake.
Either door you try to come in, y'all.
Yeah, don't try to see, and that's something we learned over the years. Like, don't try to compromise or try to figure out a way to sneak in and do this thing. Right? Your job is to bring the hammer out.
That's right.
And if that ain't what they want, then you don't need to be there, man.
Tell them the truth.
Yeah. Come on, let's get it.
What say I then? That for the idols is anything, or that which is offered and sacrificed to idols is anything.
Right, it ain't like we need to be scared of the Christmas tree because it's an idol. It's an altar to an idol, should I say? Where gifts are placed there, which you still bow down to get your gifts. Right? You like, look at that. It's nothing anyway. But when you done talking, it's man-made tradition that has everything to do with the adversary and not the Most High. Let's keep reading.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
But I say the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, right? They sacrifice to devils.
Now remember what he said earlier. If you partake of the altar, you partake of the sacrifices, right? Are not they which partake of the sacrifices partakers of the altar? And vice versa. He just said that the Gentiles, the things that the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils. Meaning demons. Come on now.
And not to God.
Not to your God. Not to the God of Israel. You see? Devils. Right? Go ahead.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
You ain't supposed to be partaking and fellowshipping with demons. Devils. That's why we can boldly tell you Christmas is satanic. And you trip off the Santa Claus. Santa and Satan spelled the same way. Just move the A and the N around. Clause is an agreement.
Oh,
look, get into contract law. You see quick. Hold on, there's a clause in here. Oh, like Santa Claus, Satan's agreement. You Negroes running around here half cocked, Reeves on your front door.
Say you woke.
Claiming you've been in Israel all these years and got a reef on your front door. Sneaking your Christmas lights. Going over there for family portraits and you know what you're doing, man. You're compromising. And out of all them years of compromising, you ain't won over none of your people. Because if you won them over, they'll be full-fledged doing this. David say in the scripture, man, I hate every false way. Christmas is false, man. All right, come on now.
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils.
Yeah.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils.
Flat out. You can't drink. You got to choose up, in other words. You can't drink from the cup of the Most High and the cup of the devil. No, you can't play with the Most High. You can't fence straddle with this, man. Either you in or you ain't. You can't drink from the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devil. You can't eat from the table of Yah and the table of the devil. You can't do it. Gentiles sacrifice to devils. And most of our people call themselves Gentiles and keep Gentile feasts and have a Gentile state of mind.
They all Greeks anyway. Most of them Greeks anyway.
Yeah.
Pledging to some Greek.
If you were Israelite, you should feel ashamed of yourself trying to figure out how you can compromise and fit this thing in. You feel me? Even if you like, well, you know, we want them to come to our feast, so I'll go to theirs. You're compromising. Where you read the Messiah compromised that? You don't read it. You don't read it. You got a lust. See, idolatry, there's a lust attached to it.
Yeah, you want to fit in. You want to be a part of this American construct.
Mm-hmm.
You want to live out. You want yours now. You want yours now, just like the rest of them. You want, yeah.
Real talk. You want to fit in. We got that bad, man. What verse you in?
Verse 22.
Okay.
Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy?
Right.
Are we stronger than he?
No, we're not. Give me Colossians 2. Colossians 2. We're going to do Colossians 2, 6-9. Colossians, the 2nd chapter, 6-9. And we right out the New Testament thus far. For anybody, because we already know our people, oh, y'all in that Old Testament. We shooting right out the New for right now. And we showing you that the things that Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, man. Demons, not to God. And we as believers are not supposed to have fellowship with devils. You got to choose up. You can't drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of Satan. You can't eat at the table of Yahweh and the table of Satan, man. If you're doing that, you're going to provoke the Most High to anger. Yeah. Sound radical, don't it? I know, but it's the truth, though. If somebody say we lying, tell them to call us on it. $12,000 Christmas cash payout.
Good money.
For anybody that can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible.
First Peter.
That was 1 Peter 4, 1-4, yeah. 1 Peter 4, 1-4, yeah. We in Colossians 2 next. Colossians 2, 6-9. We just shooting, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to read a little bit and we're going to get on about it. We just wanted to come on and comfort our people, man. Right? You're a glorious people.
And especially for our people, you know, this might be your first go around not doing Christmas. You found this out this year. You refuse to let your kids do that madness now that you done got hold of it. So your family raining down, man, all type of hatred on you. Calling you all kind of crazies and whatnot because you don't want your kids partaking in this. This makes sense to you, and you getting talked bad about amongst your peers and your family because of it. Yeah. Like the brother said, we just want to give you some comfort. You ain't alone.
Yeah, you ain't alone.
You far from alone.
And take these so-called fiery darts as badges of honor, man. Right? You standing up for the truth. We're gonna get into the prophet tell you fight for the truth and the Most High. Strive and fight for you. Fight for the truth unto death, and the Most High fight for you, man. I witnessed it over the years, you dig? And me personally, we've been warring too long to be compromising, man.
Who don't want the universal power fighting for them?
Yeah, I've been warring too long to be compromising for what? Because what, I'm attracted or to this woman, she don't want to give up Christian? Nah, you're gonna have to come up off that. There was no deal.
No, you don't have to come up off that, but it ain't gonna work.
Exactly.
You can continue on in their wickedness if you want to. This is gonna be without me.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Doc, let's get it.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 6.
Yeah.
As ye have therefore received Christ Yahushua the Lord, so walk ye in him.
As you have received him, walk in him, man. Right? We're supposed to be imitating the Messiah.
There it is.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. You ain't trying to be like Mike. You want to be like Christ. You want to be like the Messiah. Right? Come on now.
Rooted and built up in him.
What does it mean to be rooted? That means to be established. You got a foundation. You got roots. Right? Then it says, and built up. Right? Built up. All right, go ahead.
Established in the faith.
Come on.
As ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
You hear what he say? Beware lest any man spoil you or rob you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men. Is Christmas a commandment of God or a tradition of man? Put it on your people. If they got the spine to sit down and rap with you about some scripture, first question, is Christmas a commandment of God or a tradition of man? They gonna have to say tradition of man. They can't say commandment of God, because then you're gonna have to tell them what? Well, show me that.
I didn't see that.
They ain't gonna be able to show you. So the only other option they got is the tradition of man. Well, that right here say, beware unless any man rob you. You feel me? Rob you of what? Your salvation.
What?
Your salvation. You understand? Through philosophy and vain deceit.
Nobody like a thief. You gonna let him rob you? You gonna let him rob you? Nobody likes a thief.
After the tradition of men. You feel me? After the rudiments or the elements of the world, and not after the Messiah came and taught the true understanding of the Torah.
You love your children. You love your children.
Yeah.
But you will give them this lie for what? So they can fit in with the other kids. But then you turn around and tell them to be themselves, be different.
Yeah.
It's confusing. You're confusing.
Shalom, Achau, Yisrael. Let's get it done, Hebrew. All right, what else to say, Hebrew?
Verse 8 again.
Lorian said it's Molech Eve.
Molech Eve.
Molech Eve. Lorian, that's his bond, his son.
Molech Eve.
He raising them up. He called his Molech Eve.
They don't never. If we never lie to them, we don't have to explain it. We give them the truth from day one. It's easy. They understand. They don't want to be a part of that when you make them understand that that's evil. They have no desire for that. They look for the things that they're supposed to be looking for. If we raise them in that, imagine how powerful we make them. Yeah. Real talk, man. Babies love it. It'd be on automatic at that point. All right, what else you say, Al? Verse 9. For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the God body, of the Godhead body. They talking about with the Messiah. So the whole point was, as you have learned them, walk in them. Rooted and built up, established in the faith. Right? If you want to talk about, well, you know, I'm a faithful person, I'm into faith and all that. Well, Christmas was never given as part of our faith. Our belief has nothing to do with Christmas. It didn't come over here on the slave ships with us, y'all. You understand? The Messiah, the doctrine that the Messiah and the apostles taught, that faith, that belief right there, that belief system had nothing to do with Christmas. The first of us that celebrated Christmas was getting given away as presents. Yeah. And trip off that. The Messiah anyway told us to remember his death, not his birth. Let's get that next, man. Let's go to what's that in? That's 1 Corinthians. That's 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11. Start around verse 20. 1 Corinthians 11. Start around verse 20. We'll read down a few verses. You're gonna see we were given a commandment to remember his death. What we arguing over his birth for? We arguing over Christmas and all. What we doing? When he gave us a commandment to remember the sacrifice he laid down for us, man. Y'all write these scriptures down and go over and get some understanding, man. Help your household, and your family get some understanding. Hallelujah, man. All praise to the Almighty. All praises. 1 Corinthians 11. Start at verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, in one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. Even though you there to feast of the taste, it's something spiritual that must be understood. That's right. So all the feasts of the Most High have a spiritual connotation before we even physically eat. You're not just there for the lamb and the unleavened cake. Yeah, this ain't the golden corral. You're not just there like this a buffet. You understand? No, there's a deeper spiritual understanding that must be had if you at the Most High's feast. All right, what else to say? For in eating, every one taketh before other his own supper. Yeah, because when you hungry, what's on your mind? Right? Food. I'm about to feed. I'm getting mine. You better get yours. Right? Go ahead. And one is hungry. And another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of God and shame them that have not? And that's the thing, man. Around this time, a lot of people be getting carnal, trying to floss over more material possessions than the next. Yeah, my wife got me this for Christmas. My man got me this for Christmas. My mama got me this for Christmas. My daddy got building enmity between one. You feel me? Trying to brag and all that. What are we doing? What are we doing? And again, if it's the Messiah's birthday, which is not, why are you getting gifts? Why do you get a gift on the Messiah's so-called birthday? I don't get gifts on your birthday. That don't even make sense. All right, come on now. Verse 22 again. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of God and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not.
That's right. Come on now.
For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Yahweh the same night in which he was betrayed took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it, and he said, take, eat. This is my body.
It's something the church have turned into a tradition because they do this once a month. When this was done once a year, you feel me? In observance by the disciples of the Messiah to remember the sacrifice that he was about to lay down. You understand? This is when he instituted what's called the New Covenant, right? This happens right around Passover. This is Passover, 14th of Abib, early though. Right? It ain't the end of the 14th of Abib where the lamb must be killed. He was crucified by then.
That's right.
This is the meal before unleavened bread, right? That's why they got the bread and they got the wine. So he was instituting the New Covenant that night, right? So again, another man-made tradition is you take what you read right here and turn it into something you do once a month when you're supposed to do it once a year. All right, go ahead.
Take, eat.
Yeah.
This is my body.
Come on.
Which is broken for you.
Yeah.
This do in remembrance of me.
This do in remembrance of him. Not pass out Tonka trucks and Hello Kitty bags and
kiss under the mistletoe
and follow la 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 and
the little silver and gold around the tree,
drinking eggnog and going crazy because you ain't get nothing for Christmas and you know what I'm saying, missing your mortgage payments and your rent payments,
light bill through the roof.
Yeah, all that because you trying to keep a tradition that has nothing to do with the Most High. Ain't gained you not one stripe toward eternity.
This one of the 2 days out the year that you determined to go to church.
This and Easter.
This and Easter.
This and Easter.
Everybody got on new church outfits coming up this next couple of days.
Yeah, God.
Unreal.
Come on, Doc. What else to say?
23.
You should be
I praise you not. Verse 23.
Yeah.
For I have received of the Lord that which I also delivered unto you.
Yeah.
That the Lord Yahweh the same night in which he was betrayed took bread.
So he said, what I received from the master, I gave to you. You feel me? So this whole Christianity thing is way off, man. It denies the Torah of the Most High Yahweh. You feel me? It denies the true teachings of the Messiah. Right? It's just something totally different. You've been hoodwinked. You feel me? You've been introduced to a whole nother Mashiach. Whole nother Mashiach. All right, come on, Hebrew.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said,
yeah,
take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
This is what we supposed to do to remember him, man. Not kissing under no mistletoes or drinking eggnog, listening to the Jackson 5.
Watching what's the one you shoot your eye out?
Kid. Yeah, that movie we all grew up listening. You shoot your eye out, kid. What else to say?
After the same manner, also he took the cup.
Yeah.
When he had supped, saying, "This cup is the New Testament in my blood.
Yeah.
This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me."
Yeah. So the wine is symbolic. The bread is symbolic. Right? Even the first covenant was dedicated with blood, Leviticus 17 and 11. You understand? Like it's all throughout there. You just look through the scripture. Exodus 19, 1 through 8. Yes, Lord, whatever you said we would do. Exodus 24. Yes, Lord, whatever you said we will do. Right? And then Moses took blood and sprinkled the people and the book. So even the first covenant was dedicated with blood, man. Feel me? This was symbolic about his sacrifice and the blood he was spilled. And which, if you believe in that, you're covered. It's all an ideology or belief, all of it. All right, go ahead.
For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he comes.
Show the bastard's death. We supposed to be remembering his death until he show back up. You understand? Fact is, he died and resurrected after 3 days and 3 nights, and he's on the right hand of the Father, soon to get orders from his Father to come and conquer all. That's a fact. You understand? But we were commanded to remember his death. You understand? His death, not his birthday. His death date. You feel me? And as the unblemished Lamb of the Almighty, he was put to death on Passover, sacrificed. Like, with the rest of the unblemished lambs, the literal lambs, he is the Lamb of the Most High, was up on the execution stake, man. You feel me? So we're supposed to remember his death date, not his birth date. See, that's still New Testament, ain't it? And that New Testament, brother, is still New Testament. Let's get Matthew 15 next. Matthew 15. Matthew 15. I believe it's 7 through 9. Matthew 15, 7 through 9. All praises, glory down to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things. Long live his anointed, beloved Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Long live the King, man.
You don't have to believe, but you will.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna believe quick.
You will.
You're gonna get some get right today, baby.
You don't have to believe now, but you will.
Right. So if 1 Peter 4 don't mean what it says, the 1 Corinthians 10, 17 through 22, we did Colossians 2, 6 through 9, 1 Corinthians 11, 20 to 26. We in Matthew 15 now. Matthew 15, 7 through 9. Matthew 15, 7 through 9. All the scriptures do not promote idolatry in no way, shape, form, or fashion. You understand? And no, you're not supposed to be partaking and feasting with your family on any of these holidays, these pagan days. You're not. Right? If they want to feast, they're supposed to come keep the holy days with you, man. You feel me? Or if it's just a regular day and your mom's cooking, you feel me? Yeah, you going over eat your mom's food, you know. I love my mama cooking, but she already know I'm not showing up at all. Nope. For none of that.
Don't even
feel me? Because look, y'all ain't gonna want to hear what I gotta say. You know, already told me. You feel me? So now I'm not gonna come over and act like it's all good, man. This is idolatry, and this is something that'll get us killed. We just read where the things that the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice the devil.
It's the spirits behind these things.
Yeah.
It's the spirit behind these things. It does not promote anything good for us, period.
I feel you, Ak. Why is suicide up around this time? Why is depression up around this time?
Excellent question.
You feel me? It's all dark spirits and dark forces sweeping the earth around this time. Why? Why? I thought this was all about, Jesus. Wow. All right, let's get this up. Matthew 15.
Matthew 15, start at verse 9.
Yeah, 7 through 9, I believe it is. Yeah, Matthew 15, 7 through 9. I pray y'all get some understanding. Y'all write these scriptures down. Wait till we pull up these articles, though, about the origin of Christmas. Y'all gonna be like, wow. Nail in the coffin. You understand? Nail in the coffin. And the Most High is looking for men and women and children to be bold and stand up for what he done decreed in this hour.
Set apart.
Yeah, the spirit of compromise and trying to, appease everybody. None of the prophets got down like that. The Messiah wasn't here to make everybody feel good.
Most of these traditions, our great-great-grandparents, and we got taught these things to keep us alive.
Yeah.
To keep us from getting killed. You understand? Yeah. And now we're doing it willingly. With pride. Willingly.
Not my mama biscuits.
Somebody put a gun to your head and made you do this. Somebody literally put a gun to your head and made you do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Christmas is not of the Most High, neither is ordained by a set apart spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's a tradition of man that's rooted in paganism, which means it's rooted in Satanism.
Like it or not, believe it or not.
A lot of our people don't want to hear it, but it's the truth, man. A lot of y'all be in church tomorrow morning.
Atheists do Christmas.
The winter solstice. They call it the winter solstice.
Atheists do Christmas. People that do not believe in God, do not go to church. They believe they do Christmas. Why would you be sharing a tradition with them?
Right, a religious practice or a tradition with them. Right? The scripture calls for us to be holy, which means set apart. We don't do what the world does. Whatever the world doing that's their business. That has nothing to do with us. All right, let's get it out.
Matthew 15, verse 7.
I believe so, yeah.
Ye hypocrites.
You hear what the Messiah said?
Ye hypocrites.
The Messiah was calling men hypocrites, the religious leaders of his day, hypocrites. I mean, you talk about it, but you ain't really about it. Right? Go ahead, Al.
Well did Isaiah prophesy of you.
He's quoting Isaiah the prophet, right? Go ahead.
Saying, this people draw nigh to me with their mouth.
Right.
And honor me with their lips.
Right, so it's lip service, right? I love the Lord. I hear you. Go ahead.
But their heart is far from me.
Your mind is alienated from the Most High, man. See, it's lip. Most High ain't looking for this lip service. Your mind got to be dedicated to him. And what you think about is what you speak about. And then that becomes your reality. You got to be dedicated to the Most High. Heard. You feel me? Come on, Hebrew, what you say?
But in vain, they do worship me. Teaching for doctrine.
Teaching for what?
Teaching for doctrine.
Come on.
The commandments of men.
That's it. The Messiah just said that's vain worship. Vain means worthless. That's worthless worship. When you taking on the traditions of men and doing it religiously as if it's a commandment of the Almighty. You feel me? Stop it. Like my aunt just said, it's a secular holiday for real. You feel me? People around the world who don't even believe in your Messiah do this. Easter too. You feel me? You look up the pagan origins of Easter. You see, they ain't talking about no, they not even talking about no resurrection.
Not even close.
They over there talking about the mother goddess Ishtar and Ashtoreth and Asherah and Ashtaroth. That's what they talking about. And they into the bunnies and eggs because they got to do with fertility.
They know about the sex fertility
rituals. Yeah.
They still doing it.
Yeah. So those he said, that's vain, that's worthless. If you teaching for doctrines, the commandments of men, or the traditions of men, that's worthless in the eyes of the Almighty. You see? So what you're doing, going to these Sunday churches, ain't gained you one strike toward eternity.
None with God. This ain't getting you no clout towards God. You got the nerve to say this got something about to do with God, but as soon as one of us show you what God said about it, you say, well, that ain't what it mean to me. Pick a side.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Pick a side.
It don't mean that to me. Boy, if I answered every test in school like that, I'll flunk out. Huh? What's the answer? A, B, or C? Well, to me, the answer is this. Boy, you are going to flunk.
See you next year. Same bat time, same bat time.
You hear me? All right, you done with Matthew 15? Let's do the famous Jeremiah 10. We got to do that. Got to bring out the Christmas tree.
Yeah, buddy.
Huh? Did y'all know what y'all do? Chopping down trees and decking them with silver and gold? That's actually a practice that was going on by heathens before the Messiah was even born.
You going to church saying it's got to do with Christmas, but I bet you your pastor never read you this scripture here, and it's telling you what to do. And as far as that Christmas tree is concerned, I bet you never heard this before. The pastor ain't never read you this before. You've been to church 100 Christmases.
That's right. Hey, now T Brew, I ain't never had no scrambled bunny egg for breakfast, brother. Bunnies don't lay eggs. Chickens and snakes and lizards lay eggs, but not bunnies. Well, that's another fallacy that our people are caught into, so-called Easter, when we should be doing Passover, unleavened bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to be doing. You call yourself a follower of the Messiah, the Son of God. Feel me? That's what him and all his disciples did. They didn't do this new stuff you got going on today. You gonna hear about the origin today. Now we just chopping script right now to show you, look, y'all ain't got a leg to stand on, even if we just shoot straight out the scripture.
The God that you say you believe in.
Yeah, you ain't got a leg to stand on coming out the script, but we gonna give you facts about where all this come from. So you can understand that we need to be deporting out of this thing ASAP. And hurry up, man. Put a rush order on that. You feel me? Stop playing with the Most High like you got forever. 250,000 people die every day in the world. 250. That's 250,000 people check out every day.
And we acting like we know which one of those orders we eat. Which number? Your number. You know your number ain't coming. Huh?
No, your number coming up. It's gonna be one
coming.
Yeah. How about we find ourselves? We busy ourselves with doing what's righteous, man. The only way it's gonna work. Nothing else gonna work.
The right thing.
Yeah. I mean, Jeremiah 10, 1 through 4.
My favorite. Sure.
Jeremiah 10, this is the Christmas scripture right here. This is where you first take a naysayer. You dig? When you want to prove them Christmas is something that the Most High is against, go right for the jugular, man. Jeremiah 10. Right.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you.
Yeah.
O house of Israel.
That's you Israelites, you chosen vessel of the Most High, right? O house of Israel, Shema, hear. Take it in and process it and understand it. All right, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord.
Yeah.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Don't learn. Learn not means don't do what the heathen is doing. We just read that the Gentiles or the heathens sacrifice the devils. Right? We just read that. Now, this right here says, learn not the way of the heathen. That means stop doing what your oppressor is doing. Everybody want to talk about this revolution and black power, but you still doing what your enemy is doing. I done called a conscious Negro, so-called conscious black power, RBG, Kim and Negro in the store Christmas shopping before.
Boy. in Walmart, catching
Yeah.
niggas in the Walmart with a little hand basket, eating the little samples, walking around. Boy got the eggnog in the basket.
Thought you brothers was awake. What happened? But they're still keeping their oppressors' feast days, in which are sacrifices to who? Demons, devils. So that he turned around and told Jeremiah, and Jeremiah lived 600 years before the Messiah was born. Right? And he's about to describe the very tree most of our people got up in their living room right now. Now, how are you talking about this 600 years before the Messiah was even born? Because this practice was in the earth before he was even born. It is pagan. It belonged to the other nations. It don't belong to us.
My son called it Moloch Day.
Yeah, Moloch Day. Shout out to Lil Ryan. Lil RY. Come on, Hebrew. Learn not the way of the heathen, right? Go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven.
Yeah, stop being so superstitious. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn. I'm an Aries. Stop being so superstitious.
Neptune is in retrograde.
Yeah.
What do that even mean?
Yeah, Neptune is in retrograde.
What do that mean?
Come on, man. Get out of all that. We had knowledge of the stars, because the stars and the sun and the moon supposed to give us signals from the Most High to warn us about what's to come. But outside of that, stop all that, man. Reading your horoscopes.
Tarot cards.
Yeah, the tarot cards, man, because they got Hebrew letters on them. There's a negative side to Hebrew too. Y'all know that, right?
The little Pokemon cards.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
For the customs of the people are vain.
What that word vain again? Did we just read it in Matthew 15? When he said what? That worship is vain, right? Vain means worthless. The customs of these heathens are worthless. Go ahead,
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Yeah.
The work of the hands of the workman with an axe.
So he's gonna cut you down a tree.
If any of y'all, I remember as a kid.
Me too.
I remember that being a very important day in my household.
Yeah.
We get up and we drive out in the country. We don't get that stuff down in the city, them little skeet ones that they dropped all the pine cone needles off of it. We drive out in the country and get a big, fat, juicy Christmas tree that been cut down. Drive out about 45 minutes an hour.
Pine tree.
A big, fat pine tree that got cut down off the forest.
Yeah. Evergreen tree. Yeah. Thick old boy, you have to get you a little stand. You feel me? You got to put water at the bottom of it sometimes so you know it don't get dry and catch fire because of the lights. You got to balance the stand out. You just have to put a 25-pound weight so it won't tip over. Feel me? You put that deal on top of your car, strap it down, drive back. This is a custom that these heathens been doing.
Oh my goodness.
This ain't got nothing to do with us. And it makes us enemies of the Almighty when we do it.
This Trump them deal. This is what they do.
Yeah, come on.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Silver and gold. That song you'll hear that when you out around this season. They playing it real subtle over the speakers. Silver and gold.
Deck the hall.
Yeah, with all this folly.
With all this folly.
Follow la la la. Now notice we got a tree. We got it getting cut down, and we got it decked with silver and gold. A child will tell you that's a Christmas tree. That's a Christmas ritual.
We know kids will tell you that's a Christmas ritual.
Yeah. And to this day, you're doing the same thing. Even if you go, well, I went to Walmart to get my tree. That don't matter. What you mean? You're still keeping the same ritual.
I saw somebody. They had it was a Black Power fist tree. The tree was a Black Power fist.
No, man.
With the afro. And they like, oh, that's dope. It's got the little kunte cloth on it and everything. What?
Nah, man. You see that?
How are we so easily appropriated, y'all? We just make do with whatever they throw us, man.
Yeah.
We just gonna, you know what I mean? It's at some point we can't keep writing that off as talent.
You heard me?
They taking us, they throwing us the crumbs, and we turning it into something that's cool, and we write it off as talent. That's just our talent.
That's right. That's right. So notice what it said right there, man. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. Right? We used to put weights down there at the bottom. That's to keep it straight, right? Then the rest of it say, Shalom. The rest of it say they are upright as the palm tree. Look at that verse 5. That show you it did. Upright as a palm tree. What else it say?
They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
They speak not, of course not.
They must needs be born. because they cannot go.
Born means carry.
They got to be
You feel me? So heathens will be superstitious. They would be somewhat in fear of this tree or whatever. Scripture's letting it be known, like, look, ain't no reason to be afraid of it. You understand? Just don't do it. Envy not your oppressor and choose none, not some, none of his ways. How about that?
How about none?
When we gonna get real and be like, look, man, we ain't doing what these heathens do. You want to see this heathen fall? Stop doing what he's doing. You understand? Start doing what your God charged you to do and love your God's people, man. This heathen will fall. I'm talking about quicker than you can blink, because they thrive off you and your ignorance keeping this system going. They thrive off that. I remember what was that 2 years ago when Philando Castile and the brother Alton Sterling were killed. I think it was a day before the 4th of July, a day after, or whatever.
Like that.
You did, but brothers was out popping fireworks. You understand? Like, if you look, the oppression is a byproduct of the system, right? So you can't just be mad at the oppression. The whole system got to come down. The oppression is a byproduct of this system. You see? So you can't be mad, no justice, no peace, but turn around and chestnuts roasting. Come on, man. That don't even make no sense. What kind of revolution are you fighting? What kind of spiritual war are you in? Yeah, real thing this. You got something to say? Like, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah, it's we want to claim that we want to be treated fairly or treated right, but we're not willing to let go of this American dope that we shoot in our veins. You know, all these, we said it last week, we was talking to you, the amenities. We love these amenities. We love being able to buy presents and wear sweaters, go to the parties and have fun and sing songs. And we love all this. We love all this.
Yeah.
But then no justice, no peace.
Yeah.
You mad at America for the way they treat you, but you don't miss a holiday. You don't miss a holiday.
Yeah.
But you mad at how America treats you. It doesn't make sense.
Man, Israel got to get him some look. Return back to your God and hurry up, man. You feel me? Like, this thing about to blow, and it's almost 2019, and Negroes still celebrating Christmas.
And please don't run the Kwanzaa.
Please don't. Oh,
please don't run the Kwanzaa.
Made up by Milana Karenja in the 70s.
The snitch.
The Pope.
Yeah. Then FBI informant. Like, come on, man. Look, when we gonna get this right? Negro want to do Kwanzaa. That was invented in the 1970s
by the feds and a Negro from the police who helped them infiltrate the Black Panthers.
Think a Negro named Milana Karenja. Look him up. Look him up.
Lil Ray Ray. Ron Karenga.
Yeah, come on, man. We got to get ourselves together, man. So this scripture right here, these scriptures is letting us know, look, don't do what your oppressor is doing. Let's do Proverbs 3 next. Proverbs 3, 31 and 32. We're not supposed to do what our oppressor is doing, man. You understand? Most High is looking for honorable men, women, and children. It's a challenge to be righteous. Challenge yourself. Right? And you should like a challenge. Why? Since when we like everything to come easy to us? Right? If you got a challenge to get somewhere, you feel me? You got to straight test yourself and push yourself to the limit. You're gonna appreciate it more in the end, and you're gonna be more of an elite soldier.
Everybody want to be healthy. We want our hair to look nice and our skin to look nice. Everybody want abs and nice shoulders and great legs. And you want to be physically sound. Why we don't want to be just as spiritually sound?
Man,
why are we not practicing in that order?
It's disgusting out here, man.
That should be first.
That's right, bro.
3:33 through
Proverbs 3, 31, 32. Up there it is.
31. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Scripture tell you what mind we ought to be in, man. And the scriptures from what's called the Old Testament to the New Testament, idolatry was never condoned. Ever. The Messiah didn't come to show you the way to idolatry. Stop it. Y'all know better than that, man. Everybody on here should know better than that. So again, the title is a $12,000 Christmas cash payout. Get your mom on the phone, get your grandma, get your pastors, and let them know over Honor and Humility STL, we offering $12,000 a piece to anybody that can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible. Huh?
We're gonna have you some strong workers for a while.
Yeah, 12,000 a piece. And trip off this. afford me the same luxury. Like, offer me that same wager about Passover. We all coming up. We all showing up to collect.
Yeah.
That lets you know what's true and what's not. Because if it's true, you'll put it on the line. You put it right on the line. Like, look, this is what it is. You see, $12,000 Christmas cash payout to the first person, not even a piece. Meaning, if you find it, go tell your mama, go tell your children, go tell your wife. Everybody get 12 racks apiece. If you can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible, man, and we'll shut up and never teach again. Oh wait,
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I wish somebody would give me that wager.
That's good money.
About Passover.
That's good money.
Well, I'm coming to collect. I need $12,000 right now. Let me know what's going on.
I do too.
Yeah, all right. All right, come on. Hebrews Proverbs 3.
Verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
Envy thou not the oppressor,
Mm-hmm.
and choose none of his ways.
You heard that? The scriptures say, envy not. Don't be jealous over your oppressor, and choose 0 of his ways.
Every one of your favorite rappers and said they want something like the white man got in every one of his songs. He want the white man cars, the white man house. LeBron just got in trouble for saying that he was getting Jewish money.
Yeah.
Everybody's envying their oppressor these days. What are we doing? We want what they have robbed, stole, killed for. We want that. That's what we want. We want to live like the murderers of the earth. That's how we want to live.
The seed of Satan.
Whew. That's real talk, man.
That's seed of Satan.
So notice he say, envy not your oppressor, don't choose none of his ways, and he gonna give you that. A further example in the next verse. What does it say?
The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. 32, I'm sorry. For the froward is abomination to the Lord.
So somebody that's forward, you understand, is somebody that envies his oppressor and chooses his ways. You see, for the forward are an abomination to the Most High. Abomination means something disgusting. So if you're in the spirit of mimicking your oppressor, you're an abomination in the eyes of the Most High. If you celebrating Christmas, you committing treason against the God of Israel, man. You an abomination. We're not making this up. If you are in the spirit of acting like and mimicking your oppressor and doing what he does, you are an abomination. We just read it. That's what we read.
Take a step back and realize that's what you've been doing all this time. That's what you've been doing all this time. You broke your neck. You just worked every Saturday for the last 6 weeks to make this Christmas check so you can buy everybody everything they want, right? For what?
For what? What's the reason?
It's vain.
Yeah.
It's vain. It's worthless. It's futile. It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't go down in your books with the Lord as, oh, he was a good person because he worked real hard and he got everybody something for Christmas. That's not on your books.
Worked the last 6 Saturdays.
That's not on your books. That's vain work.
And violating the Sabbath too at the same time. He violated Shabbat.
Exactly.
It's like in Missouri. I don't know how it works in other states, but as far as like child support is concerned, anything that you do for your child that's not like documented as far as the court's concerned, it's just considered a gift. It don't even matter. They don't even. It's not even admissible. You could have $15,000 worth of stuff in your child's room right now that you bought, that you worked hard for, but it don't mean nothing. It's vain.
And don't say it's for the children. Say, oh, I'm just doing this for the children. You can buy gifts all year.
Exactly.
Don't just try to set it for this day. Talking about like you celebrate. Stop it.
It's for the kids. Man, but what I've noticed over the years, I know you've noticed too, is that it's the grown folks that's lusting. You can just tell children what to do, and they be like, okay. Like, look, we ain't doing that no more. Shut that down. This is what we doing. Okay, daddy.
That's crazy.
Like, they're not even tripping. Like, that issue grown folk that's lusting to do this.
Even deep on that, what's crazy, I look at these pictures that these folks put up. 90% of the kids are screaming and hollering in the pictures.
Yeah.
They hate Santa Claus. They don't want to take them pictures. Y'all making them do that. The kids are scared. They don't feel that at all. They don't like the vibration at all. And you making them do that.
Sit on his heat and lap.
And
Kids hooping out.
It looks so abominable to see an Israelite boy on a white man's lap. That's just, oh my God.
You feel me? That's just like, what the hell, bro? Like, you finna put your children on this heathen lap? Come on, man. Like, we gotta really examine ourselves
Mhm.
and realize like we all serving the Most High God, man. We His chosen people. We wonder why we still getting handled the way we getting handled because we keep doing what the enemies of Yahweh are doing.
The Lord sent and let His Son die for you, and you were not willing to break your comfort zone to serve Him. Come on, man. What did you want, man?
First scripture we went to earlier,
What did
right?
you
It said,
want?
arm yourselves with the same mind.
How-
Messiah suffered, arm yourselves with the same mind.
How can you ask anybody? How can I ask my brother to do something for me that I'm not willing to do for him?
Don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
That's one-on-one right there.
That's it for that right there.
All right, so before if you in the spirit of loving America, loving your oppressors and all that, you an abomination in the eyes of the Most High.
For the froward is abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous.
And I know what most of y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna be like, "Well, God knows my heart." Let's hit them hard scriptures. Jeremiah 17, Jeremiah 17, 9 and 10.
Glad you said that.
Proverbs 28 and 20 said, "We already know where you're going. We already know where you're going. Where's my heart?" Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. We about to shoot that off. We about to blast that out the water too. About to blast that right out the water. You feel me? Scripture tell you the heart is deceitful above all things. Like if the charge of the Most High ain't the main thing that's on your mind, which is your heart in the Bible. Your heart means your mind. You liable to be aging at any moment. Y'all seen the Matrix before? Mr. Anderson. And he can just pop in and possess a woman walking by with a grocery bag.
Turn right into
You feel me? Like if you're not on one accord, or if the charge of the Most High God is not the main thing on your mind at any moment, you feel me? You could be flipped at any moment, man. You understand? Like, that's just real talk. Regardless if your loved ones or not, regardless if your mama or not. Right? And again, I love my mama cooking, but she already know. You feel me? All my cousins know everybody. Nah, don't even invite him. They don't text him Merry Christmas. Don't do none of that. We gonna get an earful. Bad enough they gotta watch me on Facebook and all that. Or they dare not block me because they know they will be trolled.
I'm unfollowed.
Yeah,
I'm unfollowed.
like, oh my God.
I'm unfollowed. You click on me, you see the Grinch. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
That room got the Grinch going.
Ask the question, please.
Yeah, God.
Jeremiah chapter 17.
Yeah, verse 9.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Yeah.
And desperately wicked.
Come on.
Who can know
You
it?
heard that? The scripture just said your heart is deceitful above everything.
Man, and I heard
Your mind
say follow your heart.
All the Most High knows more. And notice it said after that, desperately wicked.
Desperately.
That means it, you feel me? It lusts to be evil. The scripture say, who can know it? So before you throw that or twist or fix your lips to say God knows my heart, you need to read Jeremiah 17 and 9 first. You understand? Scripture say your heart is deceitful above everything and it lusts to be evil. Then it says, who can know it? You don't know your own mind. If the laws of the Most High don't predominate your mind or dominate your mind, it's a wrap for that.
You watching your peoples go through an abusive relationship right now, and you call them fools, but they telling you that it's love.
Yeah. Excellent point. Excellent point.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you turn around and you apply that same rationale to this, and you don't see where you going off at, where you in an abusive relationship.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir, bro.
For sure.
Matthew 15 and 19. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornication, thefts, false witness, blasphemy.
You heard it? Out of the heart. Ain't talking about right here.
Yeah, 15 and 19.
Out of your mind. And when you're thinking about it, you speak about it, it becomes your reality. Ariel, Alvin, Israel, Shalom, bro. May the Most High bless us, man. I know you went out there Christmas shopping earlier, wasn't you? I know that Hebrew ain't no way, shape, form, or fashion buying no gift.
Or somebody gonna be in big trouble trying to get him to convince him to do it.
You feel me? You watch out, boy, run across that Hebrew there. But the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it, right? Now, watch the next verse. What the next verse say?
I, the Lord, search the heart.
Yeah.
I try the reins.
See, he search our minds and he try us, right? Go ahead.
Even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing.
You feel me? Now, what your mind got to do with your ways and what you do? because what you think about, you speak about, and you act on. Oh. Metaphysics 101 right out the Bible, man. We speed read over it all the time. You think it, you speak it, you feel it, you act on it, it's your reality.
When I grew up, my grandmama used to tell me that all the time. Say, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you're a kid. She used to tell me that all the time, and I never understood it, really what it meant until I got older. And now it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
If you can think about doing something to the point where you want to try it, you'll do it bright in the day and bright in the open. It won't have nothing to do with it, and won't feel no way about it.
Won't feel nothing about it.
And that's the battle right there. That's the battle in the mind and the spirit. Because when you have that thought, that evil thought, you need to bang it out right there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the spiritual war.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. We just read that when he said, "I the Most High, I'll try you. I'm gonna test the mind. Try you.
Bang it out."
And we gotta challenge ourselves when we run across that opportunity to be evil. We gotta conquer that opportunity. Just take it one opportunity at a time. You know, you're okay. During my day, I'm gonna run across something that's gonna try to get me to go left field. You gotta go down. You can't be beat. You can't be out here just ragdolling me in the spirit. You gotta go. We're more than conquerors. That's what the scriptures say. I gotta win that battle. I can't be around here. Gotta
getting drugs like you just said.
Ragdoll.
Getting skull thrown like a rag down right before your feet hit the floor in the morning.
Thank you, sir, man. Have another. Thank you, sir. You just Glass Joe in the spirit. Y'all remember Mike Tyson punch out back in the day, Glass Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, Glass Joe Hebrew. Nah, can't be that, man. All right, you done with that verse? All right, Proverbs 28:26, second witness on that. That was an excellent precept of Matthew 15:19. Excellent precept. Excellent precept. And y'all just want to shoot a few scriptures out there, and then we're going to read the origin of where this stuff come from. But just off the scripts alone, look, y'all ain't got a foundation to stand on. We've been all in Colossians, Corinthians, you know, all them Paul's letters. And all our church folk love the letters of Paul.
That's what they think.
How you gonna do it? Yeah, that's what they think until they get broke down. How they supposed to get broke down. You be like, whoa. I done put a free case on old SHALOM. Yeah, you have. All right, Proverbs 28:26.
Proverbs 28:26.
Yeah.
He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered.
Yeah, if you trust in your own heart, you a fool, according to the scripture. But if you walk wisely, meaning according to the commandments, you'll be delivered. Man. So let's kill that vibration of the Most High knows my heart. Yeah, he know your heart. Your heart's desperately wicked and deceitful above everything.
Follow my heart. I'm gonna follow my heart on this one, bro. I'm gonna follow my heart on this one.
Why you think the scripture tell you lean not to your own understanding? Let's get that next. Proverbs 3 and 5. Why you think the scripture tell you lean not to your own understanding?
Many brother and sister never made it home to their families because they was following their hearts.
Yeah. And again, on your mind is supposed to be the charge of the Most High. That's what's supposed to be on your mind, the charge of the Heavenly Father. Feel me? And in that way, you know what you're doing is either righteous or it ain't. See, when you establish the commands within your mind, you got a measuring stick. You know what you can and can't do, no matter who get mad. You understand? And you can't make sins up. That's the whole thing. You dig? We're going to go into the scripture and just show you what it is about how we as a people are supposed to be hating evil and loving what's good, man. You see? It's hate in the Bible. It's called perfect hatred. You feel me? Those that are enemies of your God, those are your enemies. You feel me? And that's on an individual basis. You know, you're going to run across certain individuals that just got a black, I'm talking about a spirit black as sackcloth on.
I thought the Bible said love your enemies, bro.
Yeah. You got enemies you got to pray for and love of your own people. You understand? But the other nations that sworn against you, we got prayers for y'all too.
Who praying for the KKK right now? Yeah. Put a salmon up in there.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. The Most High put you heathens down.
Exactly.
You feel me? Because this is war, y'all. When it's war, that's just what it is. You feel me? Now, our people act like enemies, and we still got to love them and pray for them.
Yeah.
And that's hard for a lot of brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. We learning, we getting better. You know what I'm saying? But these are the enemies that you must grow to love and even pray for.
The brother and your sister that stole from you and cheated you 5 or 10 different times, breaking your heart.
Yeah. But you ready to go kill him, but you ain't got it not one heathen. Boy, these heathens done did more than stole some $5 from you. Or did more than break your Xbox. Huh? These heathens got at least over 400 years of back pay, not to talk about the psychological trauma, not to talk about all the other atrocities that have happened. You feel me? So, I mean, before you go kill your brethren over some drug money or $5, or before you start talking to your uncle or your aunt, it's $20. You feel me? How about you learn to love them and pray for them? That don't mean you gotta be stupid and silly and let them back in your house and steal from you. But let them grudges go, man. We can't vibrate high hate in our people, man. You can't. We're gonna be stuck low. Right? Go ahead.
We got 40 and 50-year-old uncles and fathers and mothers that ain't talked to their brothers and sisters because of who got the furniture when Granny died.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Don't even talk. See him on the street and act like they ain't even seen him.
And you know, when you're dealing with your own people, man, and talking about what the heathen has done to your people, it's funny. It's crazy when they'll say, "Oh, what about when black on black?" I'm like, "Yo, you ready to go to that quickly, but you ain't talking about what this heathen done."
You don't even want to address that.
You don't even want to address that.
I don't even come up.
And like I said, like you just said, bro, that's been over hundreds of years.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about little JoJo and kill cat on the corner? Come on, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It really ain't no comparison. See, amongst us, it did. See, we supposed to be so solid to where we police ourselves and handle that.
That's right.
You did. But when another nation attack, bro, that's an act of war.
That's right.
You feel me? And it's like that with every nation. This white man had a civil war. I don't hear none of y'all talking about white on white crime. Huh? They killed 700,000 of their own over you. We gonna keep these niggas in chains or we not. You feel me? That's the wolf pack for you. They'll kill each other if they got to. But I don't hear none of y'all talking about the white on white crimes that's going on. See, when a response like that happens, it's called a conditioned response. That's somebody that really deep down hate themselves and hate their people. You feel me? It's actually some psychological trauma and damage.
Psychological trauma.
True.
Yeah, whenever somebody bring up somebody, like if we bring up the atrocities of another nation, say it was the Japanese or the Chinese, and the first thing off your lips is, well, what about Ray Ray in there? What about Ray Ray in there?
Straight up.
You did. All right, so what you done? Proverbs 3 and 5. Will be
Proverbs 3 and 5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart,
right,
and lean not unto thine own understanding."
Proverbs 4 and 7. Lean not to your own understanding. Trust in Yahweh with all thy mind. Heart means mind. It's laba in Hebrew. L-A-B, laba. It means your mind. Right? Trust in the Most High with all your heart or mind and lean not to your own understanding. That's what you're doing when you celebrating Christmas. We ain't read nothing about Christmas in the Bible.
This is what it means to me.
Yeah. The birth of the Messiah is in the Bible.
Yeah.
You feel me? It ain't got nothing to do with no Christmas.
No. And then Christ never told the disciples, "Hey, it's time to celebrate my birthday." You know,
turn up.
And then after he's so-called gone, the disciples know it's not on record saying, "Oh, okay, it's Christ's birthday. We got to celebrate." It's nowhere on record.
Twiz was the eve of his birth, his day of birth.
'Tis the season. Jesus is the reason for the season.
No, it's not. Satan's the reason for the season. Satan's the reason for the season. I'm sorry. I love my grandmama too. And if she was here, you know what I'm saying, may the Most High have mercy on her soul. Ain't no telling what type of names she'll call me for the way I feel about Christmas.
Yeah, mine too.
And I love her. I get mushy thinking about her face.
Yeah, I miss my granny.
But I know she might put me out of the house.
I've been put out.
Well, my granny, boy, this had to be like 2010, I think it was. Your granny passed like the top of 2014, so 2010, bro. I come over there. I done prepared a manila envelope. I got printouts off the internet. I got a DVD, Hebrew or so-called Negro. You know, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got a whole package. I don't wrote granny on it. Boy, I get over there, boy. She looking at me at the top of the glasses like, nigga, I used to change your pampers. I heard you come around here. Boy, Granny snatched my folder and went to the trash can on me in front of me. Ooh. You gotta go. I'm like, no doubt, I'm about to go, but I'm about to get my stuff. I would get it to somebody that wanted it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we done been kicked out of cribs and you know, labeled black sheep and all that.
Persecuted for his name.
Yeah. And that don't mean we don't love our people.
No doubt
at all.
But granny, we, you know, when she was little, hey, look, we gotta rap about this Bible. Big, and she was, what the got into him?
Yeah.
So y'all been talking this whole time trying to get me to read this Bible. Now I'm reading and got some serious questions about what's been going on. It's like, oh no.
I never thought I'd be hated for the Bible.
For the Bible. It's just the Bible.
Who knew? You
It's just the Bible.
You couldn't have paid me to tell me.
Yeah, boy. You right. You couldn't pay me not this kind of money thinking I was gonna get hated for the Bible.
Yeah, God. And $12,000, my sister, $12,000 Christmas cash payout. Call your grandmama, call your mamas, call your pastors, call your imams, your cousins, everybody. Tell them we're paying $12,000 a piece for the first person that can find Christmas given by the God of the Bible, in the Bible. That's what the 12,000 is about. My sister Victory Blue Fire. That's what that's about. It's a challenge, actually. And since Christmas is righteous and according to the world, and since it's biblical, and since it's about Christ, the Messiah, surely you can go find the scripture that validates Christmas given by the God of the Bible in the Bible. And if you can do that, you can get $12,000 and everybody you know. Boy, heaven of a challenge, ain't it? Huh? Heaven of a challenge. It is what it is. You got Proverbs 4:7. Yep.
Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Yeah.
Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, while you getting money, while you getting cars, while you getting all these things, get ye understanding.
Get understanding, man. You feel me? There is no understanding. If your child run up on you and say, "Mommy, why do we celebrate Christmas? Can you show me in the Bible?" You're not going to be able to show that, baby. Christmas in word or in deed, given by the God of the Bible, you're going to be able to show how heathens cut down Christmas trees, evergreen trees, and deck them with silver and gold. You can find that. And you can find that the Most High say what? Don't do it.
So Jose, you saying that scripture saying wisdom and understanding is more than money?
Yes.
More than all your diamonds, all your cars, all your equity, most of that stuff. What is it? What's the word when you buy houses?
Fiat currency.
When it start losing value, depreciation. It goes through depreciation. The moment you buy it, the moment you pay cash out for it, your house, the diamonds, all of that, it start losing value. It's not as worth as much as it was when you bought it.
As soon as you walk up in that deal and crack a yawn, it's a wrap.
It's done data.
It'll depreciate. Especially your cars. Now your cars depreciate so fast, it's ridiculous, man.
They say drive off the lot is depreciating.
Yeah.
So you buy it.
Yeah. All right, so you done with that, right? Give me Psalm 119, verse 104. Let's go show David. Let's go show David himself. You're supposed to be in the spirit of loving the truth and hating every false way, man. And again, y'all, don't mean go in your mama's house and piss on her Christmas. Don't do nothing.
Slam the door.
Don't do nothing crazy. All you got to do is get your people to think. Say, hey, you know the bros on Honor and Humility, they offering $12,000, man, for anybody that can find Christmas in the Bible given by the God of the Bible. That's all you got to do. You feel me? Or you ain't even got to say our name. Just incorporate that in your talk while you out getting your people to think.
If you just ask them, like, this is the one I always say. If you say you're a Christian, and to be a Christian is following Christ, what are you doing and what are you not doing that Christ did and didn't do? Are you doing the things that Christ did? Or are you not doing the things Christ did? Yeah. That's what it comes down to. If you're a Christian and that means to follow Christ, then you need to re-examine what it was he was doing.
Yeah, what is it?
What is we doing?
Yeah, excellent. Psalm 119, verse 104. What does it say, y'all? Yeah, that's the whole left bet. That's the whole entire Hebrew alphabet. 104. Each section got 8 verses. 176 verses. 104.
Psalms 119, 104.
Yeah.
It says, through thy precepts, I get understanding.
Through the precepts in the Bible, man. Through thy precepts, your precepts, Yah, I get understanding. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
That's in the Bible? I get understanding through your precepts. I hate every false way. Jump down to verse 113, same chapter.
I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love.
Yeah, I heard that. I love the law of the Most High. I hate vain or worthless thoughts. That's about the 5th time we read the word vain today, which means worthless. Jump down to verse 128, same chapter.
Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts.
Hold on. I esteem all thy precepts, right? Go ahead.
Not just the New Testament.
No, all thy precepts, right? Go ahead.
All thy precepts concerning all things to be right. And I hate every false way.
Y'all heard that?
There again.
All your precepts concerning everything that's right, and I hate every false way. You should be in the same spirit. Christmas is a false way. You understand? And the elements of it are pagan beyond belief. Once you reread these articles, you're gonna say, wow, I cannot believe that I've been involved. You've been nose deep in Satanism, paganism, your whole entire life. Nose deep. And don't even know it. You feel me? A lot of people get mad at us because of this, but it's the truth.
Hey, Jose, jump up to that 27. Read that 27.
Verse 27?
Yeah. Same chapter.
Psalms 119, verse 27. Make me to understand.
Psalms 19, 127.
127. I'm sorry.
My fault.
Psalms 119, 127. Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold. Yea, above fine gold.
That's what you was talking about, that understanding wisdom is above all that.
We did a lesson about it last week. We're coming up on a point in history where your money is of no value. It's not going to buy you anything. So your wisdom and your understanding is all you're going to have.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to get you through. And if you don't have any wisdom and understanding of the highest, your wisdom and understanding is worthless.
So this Christmas that you're talking about, you buying these gifts, what do they have even to do with Christ anyway?
Nothing. No, they tied in well, we know what they do, y'all. They tied in
with the story in Matthew 2 about the wise men brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
So why you not buying gold and frankincense for the people? But you buying Xbox and flat screen TV.
It's the season, the spirit of giving.
That you can give all year.
Yeah, exactly. You can give all, because look, you gonna do that. Especially you got children. Your children need stuff all year. You go get it for them.
It's been a million Christmases. If it was the spirit of giving, we should have eradicated homelessness by now.
Yeah, all that.
We'd had a
poverty, homelessness.
Why we ain't eradicated?
We should be on top by now.
You know what I mean?
Makes no sense, man. Then you get taxes right behind Christmas. You know what I mean? You get your taxes right on back. What's up with that? It don't make sense. The most I say, David say that he hate every false way. Scripture tell you love what's good and hate what's evil. Born in them they call good evil and evil good.
Through the precepts I can understand.
Let's do Isaiah 5, 20 through 24. And then we're gonna give an example of an ancient pagan feast they kept, and they was killed because they did that. Somebody asked, well, you gonna be punished for keeping Christmas? Yeah, you will. Unless you repent. You can't eat you can't, we read in 1 Corinthians 10, verse 20 through 22. You can't drink from the cup of Yahweh and the cup of the devil. You can't sit at the table of Yahweh and the table of the devil. If you do that, you're gonna provoke the Most High to anger and jealousy.
You can't do that in the court right now today. It's called an accomplice.
Exactly.
You can't be an accomplice to somebody else's crime.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't do that on a physical level, but you think it don't hold precedent on a spiritual level? Come on, man. Let's just be real with ourselves.
Real talk, man.
We at a point now where we risking our spiritual safety and wealth for physical comfort, but just for a little while, just to be able to be cool and sit up under a fireplace.
Yeah, man. Feel me? And you know we catching hell out here. That's the thing. We catching hell out here.
2024.
Yeah, Isaiah 5, 20 through 24. Isaiah 5, 20 through 24. We just off the top of the head, man. Sometimes we just do this. We come on and just rap with our people. And And it'd be amazing every time the spirit be flowing. You feel me? You know, hey, grab this, grab that, grab that. And that comes from years of us just getting together. You know, that's what we do as brothers down there. We get together, we chop it up all the time. You feel me? All the time. Always on the phone. Where y'all at? Pull up. You know what I'm saying? We be having to balance our time. You know, sometimes a woman get angry. Like, you with them brothers again? Yeah.
She be all right.
Yeah, you be all right. Yeah, you be all right. I'll be back in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But you got to check in with the soldiers, man. You understand? What's the war report? What's going on? And I tell y'all, man, I got some solid brothers here in the STL, man. I swear, I'm telling brother, look, I love these brothers.
Oh,
you understand? We all been around. We done watched each other grow up in this truth.
Now,
we were from young men to, you know, grown men. It's like, all the ups and downs, the you know what I'm saying, the bumps in the roads. You know, we even lost loved ones in this truth. Brothers that we straight done kept Passover with ain't even here no more. You feel me? So then we actually live this. This is our life. You see what I'm saying? And I straight love these my straight brothers.
Yeah, I get mocked for it every day, but guess what?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because when the chips get down, them same people that's mocking you about this, they gonna have questions when they in them spiritual dark places. They gonna pick these books up that you've been talking about that they've been making fun of you. So keep banging, fight that good fight, be that good soldier.
My mom's the same mama who said I was in a cult. You know, when I first early in the truth, calling me up. What's that scripture?
Yeah.
And saying, yeah, the Most High.
The Most High. You saying Most High?
Yeah. All praise the Most High.
Hey, look, and then like I tell them, you know, cult is a derivative of the word coach.
Coaching.
You know what I mean? So what kind of coach you talking about? But you might be right. Because I'm all about my culture.
Yeah, no doubt.
Saying, what you doing? Christmas tree, man.
What culture you in? What culture are you preserving?
Teaching to your seed.
Yeah, the culture of death. All right, Isaiah 5, 20-24. This is what we're not to do. We're not to call evil good.
Woe unto them that call evil good.
Yeah.
And good evil.
I heard that woe means a judgment is coming, man. Woe unto them, man. Woe, they call good evil and evil good. All right, go ahead, Doc.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness.
In Babylon, everything's backwards. That's what Babylon means, confusion. How in heaven is the darkness the light? And the evil good. That don't make sense, right? Go ahead, Doc.
That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Yeah.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes. Meaning you're all opinionated. You're about you, not to me. It don't mean that to me. Go ahead, Doc.
And prudent in their own sight.
Wise in your own sight. Come on.
Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward.
Which justify the wicked for reward. You understand? In other words, you'll straight justify or give the wicked a pass. You feel me? For a reward. That means you can be bought. You're venal. Somebody can bribe you. Script say, woe unto you, man. You pervert your eye and turn your eye from judgment. You understand? Because somebody can what? Because you cool with somebody? Or somebody can pay you off? What kind of righteous judge are you? Go ahead, Al.
Which justify the wicked for war to take away the righteous of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust.
Do y'all see the end game for those that call evil good and good evil? You see what's happened? That very last line he just said. You're done, in other words.
You're done, darling.
You're done. You're done deal. You feel me? So that's why, y'all, it's very important for us, you understand, to stand on this word right here. Stand on it. You understand? And as you grow in the years, you learn certain tactics and all that. And our whole job is just to get our people to think. We can't force them to do nothing.
That's right.
But I will make you think.
That's right. We're going on a trip, boy.
Yeah.
You better pack. I hope you pack.
Yeah.
You don't go on vacation. You ain't got no bags.
Yeah, but you know.
You better pack. We're going on the trip.
Going off, son.
Tell you.
Going off. right, you done with that? Give me Numbers 25. We're gonna show y'all an ancient feast that was kept to another god, and how the Most High was not playing. He was not playing with us behind it. Scripture tell you that your God is a jealous God, man. Jealous. You see? And from the Old to what's called the New Testament, the Most High ain't never condoned idolatry. See, our people don't believe they're committing idolatry. Idolatry is the worship of a false god.
He was upset about that. Man.
Very upset.
Yeah, he took that personal.
Yeah. Men died behind it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Jealous is a synonym of overprotective.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Care about it.
Yeah.
You don't want you dealing with nothing that's gonna put you in harm's way.
Exactly. Exactly. You feel me? Ain't even got the right to be like, man, I hooked y'all up with it. It's like you hooking your woman up. You know what I'm saying? Put up in a fly crib, you know, dressed on out, decked out, got her hair done, nails done, toes done. You dig? She chilling, you know, you at work, working hard. And on your way back to the crib, I enjoy my woman tonight, boy. You pull up and you see Hector creeping out the side door or something. Boy, what kind of, what? Hey. But you gonna be like, hey, what up, dog?
It's a problem.
It's gonna be a major league problem. Naturally, gonna be jealous.
They're gonna have to call the authorities.
Yeah. You better get them on over. All right, Doc. Let's get this. And this right here, number 25, y'all, is a scripture that goes into how the Most High gets angry when we deal with these other gods. When we have festivities to other gods, and which Christmas is, we're gonna show you the God. We're gonna show you who is worshipped and everything. This ain't no game. It ain't like we just making this type of stuff up. You feel me? All this has an origin way before we were even born, way before America was even established. You understand? Christmas goes back before the Messiah was even born in the earth.
Yeah.
This ritual and all that go back to ancient Babylon, ancient Sumeria, man. You understand? That's first that main kingdom right after the flood. Nimrod and them. Yeah. That works. All right. Number 25. I believe it's 1 through 5. Let's get her done.
And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bowed down to their gods.
You see that? So the people did eat. We committed whoredoms, meaning we joined the Moabites and got curious about their God. And guys and start worshiping. They called us over. Come on over to Christmas dinner, baby. Come on over. Yeah, I know you don't celebrate, but I got you some slippers over there up under the tree. You gotta go bow down under the tree to give your little gift. Hey, baby, and I know you don't eat no pork or no crabs or nothing like that, but I made you some greens over there with some turkey meat in it. Right on over there. That's your pot only.
And then you say you worked all those hours and bought a present, and you spent your money on your peoples, saying you made a sacrifice for them.
Yeah.
You sacrificed your dollars. You made a sacrifice for them.
Yeah, that's what this is, man. This is what this is. The Yule log and all, they even sacrifice children. On this log that burned, man, Saturnalia is another name for Christmas, man. The Romans used to have drunken, gay orgies around this time. You feel me? The winter solstice from December the 21st to the 25th, man. They've been doing this. Has nothing to do with the God of the Bible, nothing to do with his beloved son, nothing to do with the Israelites in the Bible, nothing. They done blended pagan elements with some teachers of Christ, some teachers of the Messiah, and now you got what's called Catholicism or Christianity.
That's where the bells come from. They burning the kids and ringing the bells so you can't hear the kids screaming.
Wow.
And you got bells all around you.
It made me think of that Boom Doctor episode when he was trying to tell Pops about
what Christmas came.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He did a whole little play, I think.
Mom.
Yeah.
Well, Huey was on him. He was like, Granddad. Broke it down. All right, come on now.
Numbers 1 through 5.
25.
Verse 3. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor.
Meaning they had fellowship with him. Baal Peor is the god of the Moabites. All right, go ahead.
And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel.
Hold on, now. The anger of the Lord was pacified against Israel.
Kindled against Israel.
I mean, he made the Most High smoking hot. He was hot. When we dealt with another God and came through and ate. and then bow down. Like we was there for the festivities and everything. That made the Most High angry, man. And he's still angry. If he angry then, he's still angry now. The scripture tell you he don't change.
Well, that sound like our people too. Anything, as long as it's a party, we can drink, eat, there's some music.
Yeah.
We coming out. Whatever it is. Any kind of party, any kind of get together, any kind of festival. It's a party, whatever holiday, it don't matter.
I always say that, bro. We'll celebrate Hang a Nigga Slave Day.
Yeah.
As long as it's some drink and some food there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They paying for something, give you the day off, give you a paid day off or something like that.
You know, some women around, it's over. You ain't even thinking about it. It's like you have no standards. Certain elements are there, right? What else you say?
And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people,
all the leaders of the people,
and hang them up before the Lord against the sun.
So the leaders, because the leaders are the ones that's in charge of passing down to the people what it is. Take the heads of the leaders of the people, and guess what? They gotta get hung. Hang them up. All right, go ahead.
That the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel.
Come on.
And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one of his men that were joined unto Baal Peor.
Y'all see that? That was a death sentence for us showing up and being festive with another God and another people and doing what they are doing. That was a death sentence.
And you know that verse that he's just read, the biblical usage is anger, heat, burning of anger.
Wow. Most angry.
He was hot.
Yeah. And if we doing the same thing, it's the same elements, y'all. There's sacrificing. You understand? There's festivities. You still bowing down. In order for you to get that any gift from up under any tree, you have to bow down. Period. You understand? It's his food. It's the same thing. It's football on. And then at halftime, they talking about the sacrifice that the troops done laid down for their country. There's a band. There's music. There's revelry. It's all every element that the Most High was mad about is there. And you still think it's innocent, man. This thing's serious, man. I first found this out years ago. I was afraid. I'm like, boy, the Most High gonna drop me if I, boy, and keep that fear in you.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable in the room with a Christian shade. I just feel funny because I can feel the deity connected to that now. I can see what that was. You think it's just, it's just that time of the year. I want to be around my family. But then you start to understand that it really is an emotion that's attached to this time of this season. You know, but it ain't nothing righteous. It ain't nothing good. It's a slipper mode spirit. Yeah. It's got you kicked back and comfortable thinking everything is lolly-dolly. And it's not.
Comfortable in wickedness. Comfortable in wickedness. So y'all see the judgment on that. You see? This is a very serious thing. Even in the New Testament, when we get to 1 John, if let's go to 1 John next. Let's do 1 John 5:21. It's going to tell us about what we need to do with idolatry. Then we'll double back to 1 John 2 and show you how we're supposed to be following the Messiah. And then we read us some articles, man. We close on up. I just want to just show the family, man, like from old to new, the Most High ain't never gave us no type of permission to serve no type of false God, man. Period.
And in that numbers, it shows you, man, it says more than one time. He was kindled. Yeah. He was fierce. He was mad, man. Oof. He was hot. Oof.
Man, you rather have everybody on this earth mad as you than the Most High. Man. I don't care. They can be mad at me. That's a vanity, bro. Better than the Lord after me. Yeah. Real talk, man.
Real talk.
All right, let's get our 1 John 5:21. Ooh. It's a real quick one, but it's it's so profound.
Yes, it is. Little children.
Yeah.
Keep yourselves from idols.
Do y'all see that?
Amen.
Amen.
That's real clean cut. That's real to the point. Keep yourselves from idols. You're a child. You can't know what you're doing if you're going to do that. We brothers explained it to you. The tree is up, the presence is down, you bowing down there, getting it up. Vibration behind it.
It is, man.
And you ain't paying it, never mind.
The gods of the other nations are idols. Y'all know our idolatry defiles us.
Spiritual cooning.
According to the scripture, idolatry is what defiles us. Got a few more scriptures I want to hit real quick, man. Psalms 96, 4 and 5.
Let's get her done.
Let's do that.
Psalms 96.
Yeah, 4 and 5. I got like 2 scriptures in Ezekiel I want to hit to show idolatry defiles us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can go ahead and pull up this origin and just read on out, man. Yeah. I want to thank y'all for all y'all prayers and support as well. And once again, all praises and honor to our Father, man, our power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And his name need to be exalted in this hour, man. Feel me? They on time doing all their wickedness. The Satan is going all around America putting up statues of Baphomet in all the state capitals. The war is on, man.
When the dollar loses value, what's gonna be fighting for you then?
We gonna see. We gonna see. I know some people offended, but you know we still love you. It's all good. Our job is to tell you the truth, regardless if you like it or not. We don't care what you feel and believe.
Nope.
Our job is to specify and edify everything that comes out of the scripture. If you don't like it, if you don't feel this is not your cup of tea. The beautiful thing about social media is you can do what? Keep it moving. Right. That's the beautiful thing about it. But debunk all these scriptures. If you gonna twist your lip and say, well, them brothers talk too bold, or that ain't true, at least do your people the favor that listen to us and debunk all these scriptures. About 20 scriptures that we just pulled just because we just rolling with it. At least address everything that we went over and say, this is why this is wrong. Like, at least be solid and sincere, because that's what I'm gonna do with you. You feel me? If you came out with a whole 20 round, 30 scriptures about Christmas, we gonna critique it and send it right back to you, like going back to the drawing board again, man. That was all.
Yeah, that's
you feel me? So we expect the criticism, that's what's up, but at least be fair with it. Address the scriptures we go over. You understand? Address them and then show the proper breakdown. That's all. We accept criticism, it's all good over here. Right? But be fair. All right, we'll be at
Psalms
96, yeah, 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah, then we got like 2 quick scriptures in Ezekiel.
Okay.
About the idolatry. Remember he said, you know what I'm saying? Keep yourself some idols, man.
Psalms 96.
Yes, white Jesus is an idol.
Big stupid idol.
When you done talking.
Big stupid.
The Virgin Mary is an idol. Catholics to this day worship and bow down and do all that madness. You understand? All these are idols, man.
So I had a sister tell me the other day, she thought that Christmas was Jesus' birthday and that Hanukkah was a Roman Catholic invention.
Wow.
We had to sit down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I needed her to understand the fallacy of that, because you know what I mean? Like, that was her mindset. Like, she believed it. No, it's the other way around.
Yeah, really,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, really believed it. You feel me? That's our job.
Hanukkah got to do with you, and Christmas is a Roman Catholic invention.
Yeah. And Kwanzaa was it made up by Ron Karenga. Yeah, who was an opposing force to the Black Panthers back in the day.
Yeah, they found him in the prisons. Found him in the prisons doing God knows what.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with us. All right. So look, let's get this right here.
Psalms 96, 4 and 5.
Yes, sir.
For the Lord is great,
and
greatly to be praised.
That's right.
He is to be feared above all gods.
Yahweh is to be feared above every god you can name. Period. All right, go ahead.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
All the gods of the nations are idols. I don't care if you talking about Caesar Ray Borgia, white Jesus, and I don't care if you talking about that so-called black Jesus that IUIC be rocking. That's the leader of their camp. That's Nathaniel Ray. All you gotta do is look at it. They didn't even put some gray hair on this Negro.
That shit crazy, man.
That's an idol too.
That's crazy.
All the gods of the nations are idols, right? Go ahead.
But the Lord made the heavens.
Yahweh, Yod-Heh made the heavens, man. So now we understand that the gods of the nations are idols. So if you get your worship of God from a white man, that's idolatry. An Arab, that's idolatry. Hamite, that's idolatry.
If you thinking that this is talking about white gods and all that, that's foolishness.
Yeah, beyond foolishness.
That's beyond foolishness. Like, it's just too much information at your fingertips for you to still be running around talking about the Bible is the white man's book. Period.
You ain't you gonna find white in there that much except the pages. You may find a few references to like white, but it means pure. You feel me? And we all know the so-called Caucasian is not pure. All right, so stop that. You understand?
Please.
Yeah.
That you again, the world as you know it wasn't even divided into black and white until after the French Revolution in 1789. Before then, it was all about where you from, nations. So the gods of the nations outside of Israel are idols. But our God, Yahweh, Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh, Yahweh, He made the heavens. All right, so let's go show it. Worship, dealing with another God. We already showed it with Moab in Numbers 25. We'll show another one, Ezekiel 22, verse 3 and 4. Idols defile us. Idols defile us. That's how you defile your temple. How did they defile the temple when we had to rededicate it during the Maccabees? They defiled it by bringing in the worship of another god, Jupiter,
and mixed with your favorite meat.
Yeah. That's idolatry, y'all, and that defiles us. And the set apart spirit of the Almighty can't dwell within us, and we involved in the worship of other mighty ones. Man, are you serious? 3 and 4. Yeah, Ezekiel 22, 3 and 4, and then Ezekiel 23, verse 7 and verse 30.
Ezekiel 22, verse 3.
Yeah.
Then said thou, thus saith the Lord God, the city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile it.
To defile herself. You see that?
The city is the people, y'all.
Yeah, making idols against itself to defile itself. We just read what the gods of the other nations are idols.
Making idols against itself to defile itself.
Whenever we deal with any type of other mighty one outside of the God of the Bible, we are defiled. Dealing with idols. That's why he said, keep yourselves from idols, little children. Amen. That's simple. All right. Finish that 4.
Thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed.
Yeah.
And hast defiled thyself in thine idols, which thou hast made. And thou hast caused the days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years. Therefore,
you see what he said? You have defiled yourself through the idols which you made. You see? When we decide to deal with these false ideologies and gods, man, we become an enemy to the Most High. And you wonder why we lead all the diseases and all that, man. We've been sinning so long against them. It's running automatic. And our people in the churches actually don't even believe. They so blind, they don't even believe they commit idolatry. They can't even see it. You got your crucifix up there. You got your images of white Jesus and the angels or whatever. You understand? You doing all type of rituals in here. Sunday ain't the Sabbath. You in there doing rituals once a month and catching what you call the Holy Ghost, running laps around the church and falling out on people and foaming at the mouth, talking in tongues. You don't know what you're saying. Do we need to keep going?
And every time you saw that in the scripture, it was a demon.
It was demonic possession.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, well, are we reading up the same book?
no, you're not reading at all. You're not reading. You're listening to dude with the shoes on, with the tap shoes on. That's what you're doing. And the gold teeth and the rings and stuff.
Yeah.
Pastor, he dressed like Goldie or something from the Mac.
Yeah. And to let y'all know again, the name of the class is $12,000 Christmas cash payout.
Your pastor dressed like a rap video.
That's right.
Fur coats and stuff. Oh, come on, man.
What your broke self? Like that boy Leroy Thompson or whatever his name was, Creflo boy. What your broke? You can't buy no dog like this with no $300. I got a $16,000 dog. Y'all type on YouTube $16,000 dog. It'll blow your mind. These pig meat eating preachers.
He said, you got to get this money.
You got to get this money. Hey, boy, this pig meat eating Negro said, he hanging his wrist like what? This pig meat eating Negro say, if you want your loved one saved, if you want your family off drugs, get your money. He say, we got the Holy Ghost. What do you say? We got anointed. The only thing we ain't got no money. We get this money, then our people is coming. And then he said money. Then he did a ritual, and the whole crowd mimicked him. Then they went crazy. Him started picking off big head Ben Franklin's all on the floor so much that Creflo came out the back and they was running on the money. Bye bye eagle, bye bye chicken. I want to fly with the eagle. I got a horse named Big Time. My daughter drives a Benz. My son drives I got a $16,000 dog that speaks 3 languages. I said, look at this Negro herd. Then somebody didn't cry, I had to say something. He was like, well, stay broke then. He said, nigga, man, let me tell you something. I said, he just called her a nigga female. No. He said, nigga, man, let me tell you something. I said, what? You feel me?
That boy got good, big, long money.
Man, that boy is a straight agent for this devil.
But then he get sick, he got cancer too.
Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Because he was doing major blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy too. I know y'all seen that floating around on Facebook. These degenerate Negroes out the UPK calling their wives female dogs, man. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, man.
Man, these my female dog in the kitchen cooking for me and my boys so we can watch some football or some crazy madness. Boy,
Something like that.
Boy,
that's crazy.
But for one, my daughters ain't choosing no man. I'm choosing. You dig?
Yeah.
But bro, that type of stuff, boy, had you looking at your daughters like, look, boy, boy, don't even get me started around her. And these Negroes supposed to be Israelites, bro. You dig? No, we supposed to be waxing bold in this hour and putting that spirit out there to why women feel protected around us.
Do not associate us with them Negroes.
No
more than we associate you with them niggas with them side ponytails and the mascara.
That's right.
Or them KKK Negroes who pray to the same Jesus and go to church Sunday. Don't associate us with them.
Exactly, y'all. And when you done talking, certain of them brothers ain't talking about linking up anyway. Like, you ain't gonna IUIC and they under a curriculum. ISUPK and them, they under a curriculum. GMS and them, they under a curriculum. There ain't nobody talking about linking up. And when you know, some of y'all brothers deal with other brothers, those are brothers that ain't in that spirit right there. They not dealing like that. Like, if it ain't with us, you ain't in the truth. All them cats I just named rocking that spirit.
Right.
You ain't rocking with us, you ain't in the truth. What other camp doing it like us? That boy Nathaniel Ray on the video a couple weeks ago saying that a sister deserved death. That sister deserved death going against leadership. And trying to put himself in Moses' seat.
Going against leadership.
I said, look at this Negro herd.
Right.
You dig? And these UPK niggas, I'm like, boy, I wonder if because they got a show on Monday nights. I wonder if Johanna even addressed that because they was catching major blowback behind that, bro.
Yeah.
These men straight put up a Facebook post and said, my female dog is in the kitchen cooking. Yeah, and if you don't like it, nigga, so I guess he put their website out there.
They was going big. They was going big.
And they supposed to be the home of the truth.
Huh? Yeah, them niggas gang.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, them cats sound like sodomite. I'm gonna tell you like this. I guess these women ain't got brothers and cousins or something. You dig? Because I couldn't get wind that none of my people do. Yeah, what? Nigga, we finna come check his temperature now.
Today.
Where he at?
Today.
I don't know where these cats at with all this madness, bro. But again, y'all, it's a lot of madness going on. I wanted to speak on that earlier. It kind of slipped my mind. But look, man, we don't condone that at all.
In no shape, form, or fashion.
You feel me? We condone men being leaders, men being protectors, men being the absolute authorities and masters over their women. But man, when it comes like them niggas, that's something else. I don't even know what to call it. That's like, bro, hold on, what is y'all doing? Scripture says, shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Bro, if she being obedient, what are you doing? What are you doing? You feel me? And that look bad on the bruises out here doing major league work to wake our people up.
That sound like a sodomite, man.
And then you see these niggas like, bro, what is you doing? I just wanted to speak on that real quick. But let's get back to it. Ezekiel, you finished with that 4? Let's do Ezekiel 23, verse 7 and 30. Let's read this article, man, and get on up out here, man.
Ezekiel 23, verse 7. You said verse 7?
Ezekiel 23, verse 7 and verse 30.
Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were the chosen men of Assyria.
See, she committed, this is Israel. She committed whoredoms with all the chosen men of Assyria. Remember, the gods of the other nations are idols, right? Assyria is the nation, you understand? And they got a god over them. All right, go ahead.
And with all on whom she dotted. With all their idols, she defiled herself.
Again, dealing with these false gods and these philosophies, y'all, we become defiled, right? It makes sense once you just slow down and read it. You be like, dang, that's why the Israelites bang so hard against pagan days, because all of them are attached to the worship of an idol, right? And then when we do this, this defiles us. Just like our temple was defiled in Jerusalem when they brought in the worship of the Greek gods. Verse 30, y'all. Read that verse 30. Let me get on this screen share real quick.
I will do these things unto thee because thou hast gone a whoring after the heathen, and because thou art polluted with their idols.
Because you're polluted with their idols. You see that? So we as a holy people are not supposed to be dealing with the idols and gods of these heathens, period, in the story. All right, so next, what we got up here, I'm about to screen share it real quick. But y'all can see, this is from the Torah Institute. Torah Institute. What is a Christmas tree? Ooh-wee. 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 All right, we got this one, and we got one out of the two Babylons, which goes heavily into how the Catholic Church is the ancient mystery religious system of ancient Babylon. And how, you know what I'm saying, the Catholic Church has started every religion out here, man. Every religion. All right. All right. All praise, glory, and honor. Bro said, what video is that?
What about the
yeah, that's on Facebook, man. It was a post. And I know when I finally got on there today, that's all I seen was flooding down my timeline, man. I'm like, man, this is straight. I can't believe these cats talking crazy like that. All right, that's right, TT Noy. Lou White, Fossilized Customs is an excellent book. I think he got about 12 editions out now. You know what I'm saying? I remember back when we first got it, it was like the 5th edition or something like that. That's one right there. Cool. All right, Torah Institute, y'all. What is a Christmas tree? A Christmas tree, Asherah, near the obelisk at Vatican City. All right? Got the Christmas tree. Got the obelisk. This same obelisk is in Vatican City, and it's also in Washington, D.C. It's also in Egypt. There's an ancient symbol, and when you get into it, that symbol represents a male's reproductive member. It's a rod, y'all. The Christmas tree in your house or your people's house is a rod. It got balls hanging off of it.
Or you let your kids pick presents from under a dick.
Yeah. They dig, and you got gifts underneath it, but see, at every altar comes gifts and sacrifices. So your Christmas tree is an altar that represents someone's penis.
A demon's reproductive organ.
Believe it or not. Believe it or not. You understand? This same symbol's on the top of a lot of your church steeples. Look at that. Same image. When you get down into it and start studying these symbols, you're going to see it represents a male's reproductive member. The tree has balls hanging off of it, and a woman's reproductive member is the wreath. So all y'all that got wreaths on your door, you got you I don't even want to say the word, but you know, that's what you got on your front door. Korba. You got korba on your front door.
And then you understand why so many sodomites come out the churches and stuff.
Makes sense. All the symbolism of sexual perversion, it is what it is, man. Just say this just gets worse and worse. It's gonna get worse and worse. Matter of fact, can y'all see that? Let me go ahead and try to blow this up a little more. Yeah, let me blow this up a little more for y'all, man. Y'all need to really see this, take this into account. Sis say this is just getting worse and worse, man. I know, sis. All right. There you go, Jose. If you want to go ahead and get that.
Absolutely. The truth will set you free, but it won't be popular. The fact that we need to ask this question indicates the object is not self-explanatory. Like Halloween, we are looking at symbols which are aspects of the architecture of the beast system, but are not equipped to properly interpret the meanings known to the initiated.
Right. So all these symbols that hide in plain sight to the layman, or to the average cat, it's just decorations. It's just, but when you get down into the symbols and the origins of them, then you understand that all these have pagan and satanic connotations to them.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
Yeah.
It's other gods.
Yeah.
Like, how did this not register?
Yeah.
And don't you should always ask yourself, where did it come from? You know what I'm saying? Where did it start?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't pop out You know what I'm saying? It started from something.
And that's a problem in Israel.
Yeah.
The question, where did it come from?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes a thief, but as soon as a nigga come knocking on your door with a TV for sale, you going to tell your baby, go get my purse, go get my wallet. You hear me? You'll buy something stolen quick. You hear me? But don't nobody like a thief.
Yeah.
You know, where did it come from?
Mm-hmm.
That's a question that we do not like to ask. We do not care to ask.
Real talk, man. Real talk. All right, we'll be at
The occult.
Mm-hmm.
The meaning and source is hidden from view, and these objects are now widely accepted by nearly all secular and religious people alike.
Right, so this says the occult, not the cult, the occult.
Yeah, that
when
blows.
you start looking up these definitions, you see that's totally different than what Ox said earlier.
Yeah, that blows my mind. I know some people, some people of the Islamic faith. They do Ramadan and all that, but then they do Christmas too.
That's crazy.
It said right here, widely accepted by nearly all secular and religious
Hey,
people.
that's another thing about them so-called conscious people. You know what I'm saying? They talk all this stuff, but then they celebrating Christmas. They celebrate all these so-called religious days. It's like I thought y'all was so black power. I thought y'all was so, you know what I'm saying? But you celebrate these religious days.
Man, these Negroes ain't black power. They satanic. You know I seen some
black is in darkness.
Yeah,
that's kind of black power.
Right. Sackcloth,
black magic.
And that's what they doing. You feel me? I seen some conscious Negroes from off Know the Ledge radio, but red pill and blue pill. Nigga, they was in there talking about on Halloween, a portal open, and they gonna have ritualistic sex on Halloween. These cats are into all that voodoo, they into all that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, madness. What else to say?
Some people dismiss it and say it originated in Germany. That's not quite far enough back.
Wow.
It's involved in the ancient worship that involved trees.
Oh, trees, son. You got that tree in your people's living room right now.
Tree hug.
Babies getting ready, thinking they about to, you know, look, and then this is how you know some idolatry too. Y'all remember they used to put the milk and cookies out.
Yeah.
Santa may want some milk and cookies, right? And then when you wake up as a young man, I mean, very young child, and you see nothing but crumbs and the milk gone, you start thinking superstitious. Dang, he did come in.
Yeah.
That's pure idolatry, y'all. You feel me? That's what they was doing in the Testament of the Baal and the Dragon and the Apocrypha with Daniel. Remember, the priests and their children were eating all the food that the king was spending on the sacrifice. The king thought the idol was eating the food. And Daniel was like, no, the idol ain't eating that food. He was like, shit, he better be eating it. All this money I'm spending on it. He was like, man, look, that's false. Well, you're going to die. If we put the food out there and it's gone by tomorrow, you dead. He's like, shit, game up. Wager. He did. Daniel sprinkled some ashes on the floor. Well, the king came in there the next day, seen the food gone, started praising this little idol god. Daniel laughed at him. I'm being so superstitious, man. Who all footprints are these? Then they found the back door entrance into the temple. All the priests and all their families every night once the king go to sleep, come in there and eat all the food that the king offered as sacrifice to that god. And they knew the king was thinking that god was eating. I mean, the priests knew that the king was superstitious and dumb as hell. You feel me? And that they could feed their whole family based off the king's ignorance. Wow. I said, you doing the same thing. You setting out milk and cookies for Satan.
Old Nick.
Huh? Jolly Saint Nick.
Crazy. Old Nick.
And then playing on the superstition of your children, man. When they wake up, they actually think this done happened.
Man, you just gotta think like, why would you do that?
But I'd never lie to my babies. I would never tell my babies no lie.
You always
I tell my babies the truth about everything.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
You don't even know you're lying.
Exactly.
People set their hearts on what is under the tree. And in at least 10 places of scripture, we read about something happening under the tree.
Right.
Here's an example.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 2:20. For of old you have broken your yoke and tore off your bonds. And you said, I am not serving you. When on every high hill and under every green tree you lay down. A whore.
A whore. Playing the harlot. You feel me? And that's what a lot of the sanctuaries for the false gods, they was up on high hills. Like they try to mimic our God. We was up on Mount Zion in the temple. So the heathens and they pagans go up on high heels, you understand? And believe it or not, these trees in your people's living room are actually altars. They're actually altars. Every altar is either a sacrifice or a gift being presented. That's what that basically tree. Altars. And it says you're playing a whore. You a hoe.
Spiritual whore.
You a spiritual hoe.
You letting all the guys hit it.
Well, that hoe sound worse than whore, don't it? You a hoe. Don't want to be called no hoe. Sisters, none of y'all want to be called no hoes, do y'all? They like, Valley, hell no.
What?
The Most High call us hoes as a people, man. Yeah. Because we so weak.
How many gods y'all think our people sacrifice to in a year? How many different gods?
I don't even hurt my heart.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many different gods our people sacrifice to in 365 days? Hiding the origin of something or to block the meaning of it, both raise suspicion in us.
Hiding the origin of something or blocking the meaning of it, raise suspicion. Come on, that's a good one. I like that.
If we are walking in truth, we must search out everything we practice and teach our children. Here is a definition of the word occult. Occult, secret, not divulged. From occultist, hidden, concealed, secret, cover up, cover over, conceal. A verb related to clear, to hide, symbolic meaning not apprehended by the mind, beyond the range of understanding.
That's what occult means. Huh?
In the ancient world, pagans went to their temples to worship their false deities of fertility and had sex with the temple prostitutes, both male and female.
And technically, that's what whoremongers are. Yeah. They're temple prostitutes. You feel me? And when you're dealing with these false deities and these false gods, they don't hold you to a high moral standard like the Most High God. You feel me? If you worship these other gods, you can be actually loose as hell as you want to be with sex, man. Beyond loose. Not dealing with the Most High. He holds us to a high standard. All right, go ahead, Ethan.
The pagan temples had an image, usually an obelisk, standing near the entrance, as we see in the photo of a temple in Luxor, Egypt.
For you shots fired, you timid Negroes.
With your little penis.
Look his little penis over there, and then his little penis in Vatican City and over in DC. And we supposed to not believe this is Egypt all over again? It's the same symbolism. It's all of it. Egypt, Rome, Babylon, Assyria, balled up in one, man. All right?
The upright pole symbolized the male, the regenerative power.
It symbolized a rod. See that? Go ahead,
Stop reading and go look up the definition of the word Baal in a dictionary.
Wow.
Did the Messiah Yahushua have a Christmas tree or wreath? Or did these practices originate in a dark place and get adopted? The expression of our devotion to our Creator, Yahweh, must never include behavior detestable to Him, as He advised us at Deuteronomy 12:28-32. The practices we have inherited from our fathers, Jeremiah 16:9, are indeed lies and of no profit. Yeah. There are two levels of interpretation in witchcraft. One for those initiated and the others for those masses. Yahushua said his spirit would give us into all truth, guide us into all truth. Sharing the truth in love is an important aspect of restoring the scattered tribes of Israel, to open blind eyes and release the captives from the prisons of their learned customs and practices. Can we adopt a detestable thing and believe it is now cleansed because we don't think about the true origin of it? The tree, ornaments, tinsels, and the wreath have disgusting meanings to which your eyes will soon be open to.
Wow. It's all disgusting. It's all sexual perversion. Link back to temple prostitutes.
Read about these trees, Asherim, in Yahweh's word. Asherim is a word often translated groves, meaning trees. Jeremiah 10:2, verse 2-4. Thus saith Yahweh, do not learn the way of the Gentiles, and do not be awed by the signs of the heavens, for the Gentiles are awed by them. For the prescribed customs of these people are worthless. For one cuts a tree from the forest work for the hands of a craftsman with a cutting tool. They adorn it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers so that it does not topple.
We just read that.
We just read that.
Deuteronomy 7:26 is a good one too, boy.
And do not bring an abomination into your house.
Y'all heard that? You got that Christmas tree right in your house. This is an abomination, man. This is a straight altar to a false god. And it represents a male rod.
Lest you be accursed like it, utterly loathing and utterly hating, for it is a curse.
Scriptures tell you to hate and abhor something like that. Don't bring nothing that's an abomination in the eyes of the Most High into your house. You will be cursed just like it. This Bible is real, y'all. Bible is real. And how about we recommit our minds, dedicate our minds and our entire body, man, to worshiping the Most High. All right? A picture's worth 1,000 words, uncovering the nakedness, the balls, testicles, tinsel, semen, and ribbons, hymen. Oh, man. Come on, man. Are you serious? The tinsels are semen, the balls are testicles, and the ribbons are the hymen? You're like the hymen blood you deal with when you know dealing with virginity and all that? Are you serious? No, let's say pillar of jealousy, right? Then the Asherah with the wizard hat, the witch hat. Then you got your church steeple. Then you got your wreaths with your ribbons hanging down. The erect pole, hat, tree, or spire are hidden symbols of male fertility. The phallus and the accompanying vagina, the wreath, or the testicle. What else does it say, y'all?
The Christmas tree is an Asherah, a sexual object. Learn from the witch Jezebel, the wife of Ahab in 1 Kings chapter 16. It was a pattern from Babel. This witch, Jezebel or Isabel, supported 450 prophets of Baal, the Lord, and 400 prophets of Asherah, the consort of Baal. The Hebrew word Baal means Lord, and is the device of Satan whereby he devises the nation, deceives the nations. The translators removed the true name, Yahweh, from the scriptures and replaced it with Lord, thus causing the identity of Yahweh to be stolen.
Hey, look, and all you got to do is just look up Lord in the Bible. You're going to get Yahweh, Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. You know? So, I mean, a lot of people like to play on names and all that. If you know how to read the scripture in its original text, everywhere you see capital Lord, it says Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh, Yahweh. You feel me? So it's still there. Or when you go into the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In other words, you can read your Bible in plain English and still get salvation.
That's right.
So even though Lou White writing this, you know, everything that he write, we don't, you know, we take with a grain of salt.
Don't let nobody tell you that you can't use no King James.
Yeah, you can read the Bible in plain English and still get salvation.
Same niggas woke up with a King James.
Yeah, exactly. The Hebrew, you do get, you know, a lot of different pearls in the Hebrew, but nonetheless, there's salvation. You can get salvation by reading English right out that King James Bible.
That's right.
And understanding what it is, because the message still ain't changed.
That's right.
We went against the law of the Most High, and he threw us into captivity.
That's right.
And we gonna be redeemed once we turn back. It was the same message in Hebrew or English, right? Baal,
the Lord, and Asherah are crawling all over Christians' minds, and the mind is the true battleground of the war in heaven. 1 John chapter 1, verse 6 through 8.
Mind's true battleground in heaven. The mind.
If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and are not doing the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with him, with one another. And the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, his son, cleanses us from all sin. If we say that we have no sin, we are misleading ourselves, and the truth is not in us.
Right out. That's another truth. A lot of our people get into these churches and be like, boy, I've been saved 50 years. It's cute you reading the Bible now, though. Now, if you say you ain't got no sin, you deceive yourself. You're a lie and the truth ain't in you, right? I got this part. Let's say, what is a Christmas tree? People have trouble recognizing the Nimrod culture all around them. The Satan character, let's say Santa. Y'all notice how I spelled the same way almost? The Santa character, as well as every sun deity worshipped everywhere at all times is Nimrod. Y'all know who Nimrod is?
You're worshiping Nimrod.
Nimrod was the son of Cush. Cush ended up being what's called Ethiopia today.
The black African king that rebelled against God.
The black Babylonian Cushite that went against God. He was the first king on this side of the flood. All this worship that you see in the Catholic churches, all these pagan days, they come right out of ancient Babylon. This black Babylonian Cushite bastard named Nimrod. Believe it or not, y'all, this didn't even start with white folks. Oh, white people, like y'all really say. This ain't start with them. They just adopted it and made it even worse. You understand? But it didn't start with them. That's why he said you got to go back further than Germany.
Go back further than Germany.
To get to understand. You got to go back almost to the flood. All right? So it says, upon his death and dismemberment at the hands of Shem, most likely in parentheses, Nimrod became the first human being to be worshipped as a mighty one, or God. All the cultures worship Nimrod as the sun deity in diverse babbled names. The cut down tree is the occult fertility symbol, often illustrated with an egg and a serpent, and from the root a sprig of new growth is Tammuz. Y'all read Ezekiel the 8th chapter. The worshiping of Tammuz, the Most High almost killed us for that. You feel me? You see, again, so these ancient customs and worships been going on. All right. It says the sprig of new growth is Tammuz. Strip off this. Nimrod reincarnated. So in Ezekiel 8, when they weeping for Tammuz, they're actually weeping for Nimrod because Nimrod was chopped up and dismembered. Funny, the same thing happened to Osiris in Egypt.
Right.
See, so Osiris in Egypt is Nimrod. They just switch names. When the power transferred from nation to nation, they just switch names and keep it moving. It's the same story. All right. It says right here, Nimrod reincarnated. In this way, Nimrod was both husband and son of his wife / mother, Semiramis or Semiramis, highest heavens, aka Queen of Heavens.
That sounds like the same story that we're talking about. He going to Egypt. Osiris, Seth was the son and husband of his mom. Because he got killed, and then she sewed back on his member. You know, I mean, she sewed his body back together, but she couldn't find his member.
So she made one out of clay. And played with herself. We used to dildos from. Played with herself and mysteriously became pregnant. And for you Negroes that believe that's the virgin birth, it's not.
Yeah, out your rabbit mind.
You don't read none of that in Luke the 1st chapter.
Nobody steal nothing out of Egypt. You stole. Egypt stole from us.
That's right. Nimrod ended up becoming the husband and son of his mama.
That's disgusting.
Son on mother worship, man. All right. December 25th was observed as the birth of the SUN. Right? The tree, the date, the Yule, meaning feast, and the horn hunter are all pagan associations to Nimrod, the rebel. This is brought out by many researchers, including Alexander Hislop. Christmas is Nimrod's birthday. So it's not the Messiah's birthday. It's Nimrod's birthday as a solar deity, adopted into the traditions of the Alexandrian culture. Do you think Yahweh will allow these practices to continue much longer? And it goes into Nimrod's secret identity and all that. Understand? Which is another book that Lou White put out. And you see that this worship of this character Nimrod is all over the earth. Nimrod's name became babbled into every language as their sun deities. Ra, Egypt. Zeus, Greece. Apollo, Krishna, Odin, Moloch, and dozens more. When parents lie about Santa coming to bring them gifts, they have no idea they are telling their children about Nimrod, the first SUN king. Yahshua is calling us out of the practices of sun worship as false teachers act as if dragging. Wow. Assuring trees into their homes is an idolatry. See, we say Yahushua is calling us out of the practices of sun worship as false teachers act as if dragging a Christmas tree into their homes is an idolatry. He's calling us out of it while these false pastors are dragging trees into them. We just read, don't bring nothing that's an abomination into your house. You'll be cursed. Right? They make up stories about how the tree is a symbol of Jesus when all the time it's really a fertility symbol of Nimrod. Yahshua is not the reason for the season and will pour out his wrath on all who fail to accept the truth when they are presented with it. I heard that? He will send them a strong delusion to believe a lie. When that happens to them, they will tell you it doesn't mean that to me. Wow.
Your favorite thing.
And then he done pulled out a strong delusion.
It doesn't mean that to me.
You feel me? And there's many more on here, y'all. You dig? We just want to come on here and give y'all some understanding real quick. It's right here. It says Christmas myth. I'm gonna go over to this other article I got out of the two Babylons. Y'all can check that out too. And this is by Alexander Hislop. I actually have this book at the crib, man. And it go into Easter, Christmas, All Saints Day, all that. All right, let me try to blow this up, but just a little bit. We're gonna read a little bit more and we over with. Rock, pick us a psalm to pray out on.
I got you.
Pick us a psalm to pray out on if you can. All right. We discovered the vast amount of pagan elements contained in the holiday of Easter. See the Easter connection. We've also noticed the obvious pagan affiliations in Halloween. See the Halloween connection. And believe it or not, we'll now see how the holiday of Christmas might indeed contain a good deal of pagan elements as well. As most of us know, Christmas is the celebration of a birthday. But whose, for sure? Could it have been Jesus or could it have been someone a lot older and a lot more pagan? Interestingly enough, the date of Christmas is approximately 9 months after the time of the Easter pagan celebration. 9 months? This sounds like something familiar. It sounds like a pregnancy. We also know from the Easter connection that Easter was first considered to be the celebration of a conception. Following that train of logic, could Christians then be the celebration? Could Christmas then be the celebration of a pagan birth? 9 or so months after this time, possibly. And if this could be so, might this holiday be in actuality the commemoration of a birth of some pagan Babylonian god and not the son of Yah?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. We've already understood the role of Nimrod and the sun god had on Easter and Halloween, right?
Deep there.
Yeah. You peep that?
Yeah,
about the 9 months later and all
I
that.
don't like how that came together.
And if this could be so, might this holiday be in actuality the commemoration of a birth of some pagan Babylonian god?
Well, that's demonic. That the demonic vibration on that just got so high.
Yeah.
They got you celebrating the conception of a demon on Easter. 9 months later, you celebrating its birth into the world.
Wow. Serious. My sister Michelle Lee out of New Jersey. You still rolling with us, she bro? What about my sister Rachel out in Cali? Y'all still rolling? We got a few more of these, a little bit more of this. We're gonna drop down, man. But look, y'all stand strong and stand up in this hour. You dig? And even if you need some of y'all brothers to holler at y'all family, we do that too.
And it'd be a pleasure and an honor.
Yeah, we'll come out.
We love sitting down with street Negroes.
Yeah. We love, and even if
our favorite ones.
Even if they older, we be a little cordial.
They'll be our favorite ones. And the respect is given. That's easy.
Yeah. Now watch this. We've already understood the role. Okay. Interestingly enough, in this time of birth, we'll discover even more about the pagan sun god, his viceroy Nimrod of Tammuz, and one more date to be remembered and embraced as part of this all. The Roman emperor Aurelian strengthened the position of the sun god Sol Invictus as the main divinity of the Roman pantheon. His intention was to give to all the peoples of the empire, civilian or soldiers, Easterners or Westerners, a single god they could believe in without betraying their own gods. Wow. Wow, this was all in the spirit of compromise.
I want you to be able to believe in my God and pay homage to me, but still have your guys at the crib.
Yeah, y'all
just sleeping around, man.
And that's a major problem, man.
Dang, just busting it open for any guy.
Anybody. I ain't getting paid for it.
Just get knocked down. God's just running you through.
The most I tell you in Ezekiel 16, he said we got a whore's forehead, right? Yeah. But we hoes, right? And he say, dang, they give money to all whores. Yeah. If you just gonna hold around, at least get paid for it.
At least get paid.
You're not even getting paid for this. You feel me? Showing you was sick, man.
Yeah.
The whole body is
That's
sick,
how
man.
sick you are. You're not even getting paid.
You're not even getting paid for you being evil. This doesn't even benefit you.
This next 24 hours is gonna be torture.
Yeah.
It's gonna be torture, man. Pluck my eyeballs out. We got all these kids dressed up in all these warranties and stuff, trees everywhere. I mean, and you cannot tell these people, you cannot tell our people that they not doing a good thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
They done spent thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars.
Hey, what's his name on her? Mark Cleveland. You coming to get your money out? Again, you see the title, $12,000 Christmas cash payout. If you can prove Christmas was given by the God of the Bible, come get your money. Stop with that old same excuse all these Negroes up in these churches put out there. You should read what this Negro said.
What is that? Isn't that what it mean to me?
Yeah, his Negro said at Howard Brown, he talked to our Jamaican brother, I celebrate the day that the Son of God, Yeshua, was born. It don't have to be the right day, but the fact he was, I sing joy to the world, the Lord has come. Boy, you sound like one of them Christians in them churches on Sunday.
Yeah. So now we can celebrate my birthday whenever I get ready.
Whenever I get ready to.
Come on, man.
The hell you mean? Who picked the date and what you doing on that day for?
Yeah. And just show when Christ said, listen, it's my birthday. We need to celebrate it. And show when the disciples said, listen, all right, his birthday coming up. You know,
the most harmonious being that ever walked the earth. You could just do whatever you want to do in regard to him. Come on, man. Go have a seat, man. Yeah, you're not getting paid for this.
You don't see that one time in the record when the disciples say, you know what, that birthday, that day coming up. You don't see that not one time. You don't see Paul doing it. You don't see no one. You don't even see Christ doing it. But you want to take this one time when he was born and say, oh, that's it.
Yeah. Real talk. All right, apparently, it says apparently, as we see above, changes were about to take place in the ancient Roman Empire. This would be shortly before the time they would adopt Christian values and behaviors as their own. We see that in the year 274, after the Roman emperor declared the god named Deus Sol Invictus as the official deity, Aurelian also built a splendid temple of the Sun in Rome and set the sun's birthday celebration, Naturalis Solis Invicti, on December 25th. Wow. Well, y'all see what y'all worshiping? Nimrod repackaged and renamed. The shocking pagan origin of Christmas. Wow. Go ahead and read some of that right there.
December 25th. Could this particular date have originated with more of a pagan tone? Here is where this December birthday originated as a celebration of the sun god's viceroy Tammuz. Not anything Christian.
This thing in the way.
Yeah. Ads popping up. Many who understand religious history, something that most of you that argue these topics do not do, understand religious history. You don't understand it. You're arguing from a place of emotion because your grandmama loved or your granddaddy or somebody loved Christmas, so stop it. In the early 4th century, Emperor Constantine became the emperor of Rome, who allowed Christianity to flourish for the first time. And eventually Rome would be adopting it as their official religion. Yet overall, things didn't seem to change very much in the empire itself, it seems. As we'll see, this proclamation really didn't seem to change what the pagan populace think about their pagan god. At first, far from it.
Y'all see that? In 313, Constantine issued the Edict of Milan. Y'all Google it. Edict of Milan. EDICT. Milan, MILAN, which commanded official toleration of Christianity and other religions. Constantine's program was one of toleration only, and he continued to support both Christianity and paganism. Conversion of Constantine becomes a Christian. That's the name of the book. You see, so Constantine was in the spirit of compromise. Just to appease everybody that was under his dominion. But that ain't what this Bible is talking about. Bible don't go into compromise. You see that? Come one of y'all, matter of fact, Rock, if you can, grab Acts for me. Acts 16, 19 through 21. Just real quick.
Acts 16.
Yeah, 19 through 21. This Bible, this truth, this gospel is actually anti-Roman. Why do you think we were persecuting and hunted the way we were by the Romans? Because if we teaching that there's only one and true God and that his son, his anointed son, is king, well, that's treason. If you had been living back in ancient Rome, boy, you get put to death speaking how we speak, boy. You feel me? And them times is coming back up. I'm going to grab Acts 16 real quick.
Acts 16, verse 19. And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers.
Yeah.
And brought them to the masters, saying, these men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city.
These men being Jews, these were Israelites or Jews that followed the Messiah, Paul and Silas. But their nationality, they were Israelites, right? In a Roman Empire. These men being Jews doth exceedingly trouble our cities. Meaning what they were teaching troubled the Romans.
Exactly.
They couldn't take it. All right, go ahead, Al.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
And teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive.
Yeah.
Neither to observe, being Romans.
Being Romans. Y'all see that? So this gospel was anti-Roman, which makes it anti-American, which makes it anti-Kemet, anti-Babylonian, all that. You feel me? Because if Rome adopted the practice of ancient Babylon and we teaching stuff that's not lawful for them to observe being Romans, that means it's anti-Babylonian too. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. All right. In the time, was you done with that?
In the time of I'm sorry.
You said 21.
Yeah, down to 21.
21, that's it.
Okay. In the time of Constantine, the cult of Deus Sol Invictus was still at its height. The portrait of the sun god was on the coins of Constantine. You see that right there. There's a deity on the back to the right. Constantine right there to the left. All right. And you see many more, man. I'm gonna read this part right here, these last two green parts, and we're gonna pray out. It says December 25th was referred to in documents as Christmas Day in AD 324 for the first time. All right, so y'all didn't realize over 300 years after the death of the Messiah, right around 300 years after his birth, feel me, is when this so-called holiday was adopted by the Romans. Under the Roman Emperor Justinian, AD 527 through 565, it was recognized as an official holiday. An old Roman festival played a major part in the choice of this particular day. The name of that book is The Shocking Pagan Origin of Christmas. And December the 25th in ancient Rome was the Dies Natali Invictus, the birthday of the unconquered sun, S-U-N. Now, which we all know is Nimrod now. He's a solar deity. Last day of Saturnalia. The Shocking Pagan Origins of Christmas, page 2 and 6. Seems to go ahead, bro.
No, Saturnalia. I just this was a thing. This wasn't like a common a holiday for the common man or something like that. They made people do this. These were the elected officials and the rich that were getting together, leaving their wives and children at home, going up to the Capitol so they could all sleep together for 7 days.
Evil, man.
You know what I'm saying? These are your leaders and stuff like that, and they still do these things to this day. The leaders of your fraternities, your pastors. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your elected officials and your lawyers, they get together, man, and they have them parties with the blindfolds on and do all that type of sexual stuff. You know what I mean? And you think it's just having fun, man? You tripping?
50 Shades of Grey looking.
That type of madness.
You feel me? All right, seems this Christian holiday definitely does have a pagan foundation and really didn't lose it that much. But what about today? Are more pagan elements around in our modern celebration of Christmas? Did they eventually disappear? And what's this above celebration of Saturnalia? First, Saturnalia was an ancient pagan festival which began each year around December the 17th. It extended all the way to the day of December the 25th, 8-day feast. On the first day of Christmas, all that matters. On the actual 25th, the holiday became known as Brumalia, the sun's birthday. And at the conclusion of this festival, Roman authorities believed they could destroy most of the forces of darkness and evil if they celebrated it the right way, of course. So if we think about it, why would almost anyone in charge want to erase all of this work and order just for the sake of some up and coming faith of Christianity, especially if they worship other gods in the past? So now we are beginning to see that the birthday of December the 25th was at first celebrated as that of the reborn pagan god of Babylon, Nimrod and Tammuz. That's in Ezekiel 8. And as one could guess, this practice must have spread beyond this early time of Babylon to the rest of the ancient world. And this, of course, includes ancient Rome. Just as with the holidays of Easter and Halloween, new names will be inserted for these original gods of Babylon, according to each empire or nation which adopted. And just like Easter and Halloween, this festival also seemed connected to the cycles in nature, such as the changing of the seasons. That's why it's pagan. So as one could guess, it's just another part of this same founding Babylonian story of old. In ancient Rome, however, the time was coming for Christianity to be on an upswing. And as one could guess, competition was spring between these pagan ways of old, something new. Survival wasn't right. There was also another pagan belief during this same epoch that much more nearly competed with Christ for the control of the Western world. This was the cult of the Sun. All right, and it says which was revered by millions of the inhabitants of the Roman Empire, and its religion for a time even became the state worship. Shocking pagan origin of Christmas. By looking at all the above, almost anyone could conclude Christmas wasn't originally Christ's day, but an amalgamation of sorts. Christian shell, pagan underbelly. Oh, I like that. Christian shell and a pagan underbelly. And what about some of the other famous elements of this day, such as the Christmas tree? Are they Christian or something more? Where did this come from? See all that. Straight up. Probably the most famous image that comes to mind when one thinks of the Christmas holiday is the Christmas tree. Why does the holiday merit us to put up a tree? What do trees have to do with Christ? Or with his death, burial, and resurrection? The answer most probably nothing. Look, they saying it's nothing. But what if anything would putting up a tree do with pagan beliefs or pagan gods? The answer most probably everything. Let's see. We read about the trees earlier. So I pray all y'all got some understanding. Again, those articles are eye-opening. And as easy as I got on there and did what I did, just Google pagan origins. I typed in fossilized customs, Christmas exposed, and also the two Babylons, Christmas exposed. And the articles come right up. Feel me? So I pray all y'all got some understanding.
Absolutely.
All praise and glory and honor to the Most High.
Hallelujah.
Creator and possessor of all things. Do any of y'all got any questions? Any of y'all got any questions before we close out? I know this is a tough time of the year, but stay faithful. Faithful is he that calls you. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 23 and 24. Faithful is he that calls you. Most High calls you into this glorious war, man. Make sure you bang to keep that light on.
Find more comfort in doing the right thing than fitting in.
Yeah.
Find comfort in doing the right thing.
Right. Any last words? You good? What about you, Rob?
For y'all keep his commandments.
Keep the commandments of God trying. Teach it to the generations to come because they gonna need it.
No doubt. Matter of fact, the generation to come is the future and the youth. They gotta be better than us.
Right.
You feel that? All right, y'all. We about to pray on out. Leonard Johnson, that's your way. Who is Santa? Santa is Satan. We went over that earlier. Huh? Santa is Satan. Claus means agreement.
You making an agreement with Satan?
Yeah, so Santa Claus means Satan's agreement. If you know anything about contract law, when they write up a contract, there's always a clause in there somewhere. That's how Santa Claus is spelled, right? Satan or Santa, just move the A and the N around, and Claus is an agreement. Satan's agreement. Yeah, that's just what it is, man. Look at him laughing hella hard. I did, brother. I need to hear this. No doubt, my New Jersey sister. May the Most High bless you. Stand strong, sister. My sister Rachel that's new to this. Stand strong. Any brothers and sisters that's new into this faith, stand strong, man. Y'all can email us at honorhumilitystl@gmail.com. Y'all got questions. Y'all need to just rap, talk to people. We got brothers. We got sisters that can talk to you as well. You understand? Anything to help you get through this walk. Because the scripture tells us to exhort ye one another daily.
New music coming soon.
New regular, a whole bunch of music. Very
music
new
coming soon. Stay focused.
New gear too, you know, there's some gear coming, you know, we got a lot of things, you know, on the come work. All praise to the Most High. All right, if none of y'all got questions, we about to pray out. Y'all face Jerusalem. Let's get her done. Good to see my sister Poppy Shoe back on the chat.
Yo.
All praise to the Most High for you understand, preserving the young Prince Marcus, for preserving that prince. All right, may the Most High bless you.
Yeah, by the Most High's permission, we're going to go to Psalm 73. All praise to the Most High and His only begotten Son.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Truly, God is good to Israel, even to such as are of the clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Yeah.
Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of the full cup were wrung out to them.
That's right.
They say, how doeth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, there are ungodly. These are ungodly who prosper in the world.
Yeah.
They increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the days long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yah. Yeah. Then understood their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Yeah. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. That's right. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I, and ignorant. I was as a beast there before thee. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. That's right. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but thee? And right. There is none upon earth that I desire beside thee. That's right. My flesh and my heart faileth, but God is the strength of my heart,
Yeah.
and my portion forever. For lo, they are far from thee, shall perish.
Yeah.
Thou hast destroyed all of them that goeth a whoring from thee. But it is good for thee to draw near to Yah. I have put my trust in the Lord God, and may I declare all thy words. Hallelujah! Selah!
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Y'all praise His glory now to the Most High.
Sure.
Hallelujah.
And nobody chimed in and claimed their $12,000 Christmas cash payout. So I believe is you know, good to say and fair to say that Christmas ain't in the Bible given by the God in the Bible.
No.
Because at this same way should be given to us to prove Passover, any holy day in the Bible. You'd had a line longer than this earth.
Quick like.
I'm coming to cash out. Pay me my money. You dig? So that just was a little humor. The one bro got on her early and said, dang, my brothers done flipped on me. They thought we was, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Nah, brother, just a challenge. They call that clickbait sometimes. I mean, they talking about $12,000 Christmas cash payout. So all praise and glory down to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things.
All
I want
praise.
to thank y'all for y'all prayers and y'all support. You understand? And you know, continue to pray for us. We continue to pray for y'all.
Keep banging.
And y'all willing, we see y'all sooner than later. Y'all stay focused, stay strong. And New Year's that they got ain't the New Year's either.
Nope.
New Year's is in the spring around March/April.
Winter just started.
It's a lot of it's a lot of madness. That
winter just started a few days ago.
How
the New Year coming up in a week.
Yeah, and winter started. Matter of fact, on the 21st.
It's 4 seasons in the year.
Crazy.
Make it make sense. It's 4 seasons in a year.
What's new?
We just started winter. And it's a new year.
What's new?
What's new? Everything is dead.
Real talk, man. Everything dead, nothing springing forth, none of it. You feel me? And also that spirit of shooting your guns in the air toward the heavens is the same spirit of that solar deity Nimrod that you worship. Because when you get into the book of Joshua, that's what he did. He built a tower to the heavens, you dig? And his whole mindset was, we're going to make war with the Most High. And they all drew back their arrows at a certain time and shot off into the heavens. You see that? Today you pull your gun out, you bust off into the heavens at New Year. So how ironic, you're celebrating this man's phallus, the balls, the semen, the woman's hymen, the reef, the womb, you dig? And you right back celebrating this cat on what you call New Year's. You shoot your guns off in the sky. He was the first one to start aiming his arrows in the sky. They did it all in one accord, shot off. Dig? So there's nothing original about what you're doing at all. Go back to the ancient world. How about we focus and with every fiber of our being worship the true and living God?
That's right.
You feel me? And He'll bless us. Stop doing what these heathens doing.
That's right.
Love your God, love His people. Until the next time, y'all. Shalom.
Shalom. Hallelujah.